Hello out there, all of you knuckle-dragging, mouth-drooling detractors. It is Philipper's day off, but I was going to watch some Poorly Cooking with the King. But before we do that, I think we have to recognize whose very, very, very special day it is. It is Kat's birthday. And that being said, let's watch a video from a very, very good channel called Robust Urban Garlic. And if you're not subbed to them, seriously, like leave right now and go sub to Robust Urban Garlic. This is DSP loves complaining on his wife's birthday, the Burger King chicken sandwich incident. So we will watch this. It's quite a good video. And then we will get into some Poorly Cooking with the King. I don't know how much of it we're going to watch, but let's hang out for a little while.
Robust urban garlic flavor. 61 Second Man to me $1.50. I remember seeing this years ago on YouTube. The rumor Lars has appeared. He went crazy from eating a chicken from Burger King. Oh, that's what it was. Good thing I didn't eat mine. That sauce seeps right into your brain. It turns you into a weird mutated creature. All right.
First of all, happy birthday to Catherine Burnell. I hope Phil takes you to the diner that you like if it's still open. Today we're going to take a trip down memory lane, interrupting our regularly scheduled programming because this is a huge part of DSP's lore that often goes neglected because it shows just how much of a Karen DSP really is. So a grand total of 4 years ago, DSP and his wife went out for—
Kind of miss the hats and the vests. You don't get to see him look ridiculous like this anymore. This is pretty good. You don't often get to see this.
For a shopping trip on Kat's birthday, and it did not go as planned, and here is Phil to tell you more about it. Mind you, this is before he did the full camera for the Level 1 podcast, stuff like that, so it's going to be all images and such that I have to put in.
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to talk a little bit about yesterday.
Yeah, this is when he wouldn't really necessarily like do a podcast. You just, that ridiculous slideshow that he plays for like 45 minutes before he shows up. Yeah, that would just play the whole time.
Today, I know you guys always ask me about what I do on my day off, and you want to hear a story, so I'm going to tell you a story. And this is going to be a little bit on the longer side. All right, so I hope that you guys are ready for a story. You ready for story time, or should I just skip it? You don't care about yesterday. You don't want to be entertained, right? You guys aren't here for entertainment. You just, serious business. So you don't want to hear the story about yesterday. All right, forget it. I'm not going to tell the story.
Well, at this point, I would think that we would know better than to show up for entertainment. We just kind of show up and we get whatever you're dishing out for the day, I guess.
No one wants to hear it. Everyone's telling me in the stream chat, just skip it. No one cares about you, your personal life, or anything like that. You're a boring person. Everyone hates you anyway. Who would want to hear about that, right? All right, forget it. All right, we'll skip it. Cool. We'll completely skip it. And we won't talk about it.
That got like so sad and so salty. Fine. And no one gives a fuck about you anyway. And you're boring and nobody wants to hear about you.
Everyone in chat's going nuts, of course. No, we want. What? Tell the story.
And guess what? That was the most interesting part of Phil's stream. Probably the month
He's
or
not
like
wrong.
The next 3 months, because this is a real doozy of an experience right here.
All right, so here's the deal. Yesterday was a day, Kat and I specifically planned this day out to be a day that we would be able to spend the entire day together. We didn't have any appointments. We didn't have anything to interrupt what we wanted to do.
We didn't have to spend 4 hours shopping for groceries.
We even had reservations at a restaurant for dinner, specifically one that Kat
He actually looks better with this filter.
So
it's weird, right? It's almost bearable. This guy's little Burger King onion rings there.
everything was planned and well, and we were like, we're gonna have a great day out. Okay? We were hoping anyway. Do you know the saying? What is the Murphy's Law saying? If anything can go wrong, it will screw you up the butt. I think that was Murphy's Law. I think that's how he
Have you ever heard of self-fulfilling prophecy?
worded it. Let's talk about what
This story isn't from recent. No, this is from years ago, but this is the video that Robust Urban Garlic put out today.
happened yesterday. I hope you guys are ready for this.
Alrighty, Philip, enlighten us about this.
So first of all, in the morning, we're getting ready, and in reality, my wife, wanted to get ready, wanted to, put on her makeup and everything, and I said, well, I'll just run out, I'll go to the grocery store quick, a very quick trip, and just grab a few odds and ends that we're running low on. We didn't even really need anything. There was only one meal we had to buy supplies for to make. Everything else we still had.
Usually people say food or ingredients when they have to get food from the grocery store, but he says supplies.
He talks like such a fucking alien. I have to go to the grocery store to get supplies. You mean food?
From the previous week. But a few things we had run out. So I said, okay, I'll run quick. I went to the grocery store, no problem. Grabbed a few things. She's getting ready. All right. But the thing is that my wife and I don't really get a lot of time to sit down and plan stuff out. And when we do, we try to put effort into it. But a lot of times we forget stuff.
Well, I think the problem here, Phil, is you ramble on so much that it's just hard to get a plan in place because it takes...
I do apologize if you folks have already seen the video, because I know this is a very popular channel because this guy's really good. So I do apologize. I still want to watch it, though, because I started watching it and then I didn't get to finish it. So I want to watch it. And then I swear to God, then we're going to do Poorly Cooking with the King. We're going to get through some episodes of that. I swear to God, but I just want to watch this first.
6 hours to do so.
So yesterday, guys, was a day that we took off, but you may have noticed something.
I guess he says supplies because he owns a business. It's pretty funny. Big up, Sapper Dragon. What's going on, honey? It's time to suffer. Well, he won't be with us today. It's Kat's birthday. That's why we're watching this silly video here, where he regales us. Was this 2020 or 2021? I'm not sure. I don't remember.
It was not a normal day off.
But he talks about how, like, the doors at the Burger King were locked. So I'm assuming this is 2020 or 2021.
Normally, my days off are during the week, right? It'll be like a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday, something like that. And my wife and I didn't really think about that. We just thought, oh, it's just a day off. We didn't think in our heads it's a Sunday, all right? Big mistake. Because on Sunday, it's the weekend. And on the weekend, there's way more people out than on weekdays, which is normally when we have our day out.
Wow, Phil, it only took you, what, 40 years to figure this out?
So not only is there increased traffic, but this means that there also would be way more people going to the places that we want to go. There is a place that we've been going to eat recently on our days off for like breakfast.
It's either probably closed now or they're just too busy because DSP is always ordering DoorDash, it seems like, for breakfast.
And it's a really nice place because it's a throwback place to, like, I've been telling...
Oh, are his streams not like subs only? Yeah, I think you have to be subbed to his channel to talk in his chat. Is that what it is?
My wife, it really reminds me of the diners I used to go to when I was a kid.
DSP is a joke. His skills are the punchline. It's very poignant, I guess.
I used to go to a place called Friendly's with my mom when I was a kid.
Yeah, of course, the first thing he referred...
You posted what you're cooking in Discord if people are in need of a palate cleanse. We haven't even gotten there yet. We have to hear the King sandwich story, and then we're going to get to the Poorly Cooking.
There's two Friendlies as a diner instead of...
Yeah, it's sub only. Such a fucking tool.
Ice cream.
My mom and I would have days out where she would just go out and she had to do a lot of shopping or whatever. Sometimes we go to the mall together, go to the movies together. And
I guess maybe that hinders you. Like, you have to hit sub and then be sub for 24 hours. But okay, like, I guess if he thinks that's helping him, okay.
And we would actually go out and get lunch, and it would be at Friendly's. Friendly's is like an American-style diner where you can get all kinds of food. You know, sandwiches, burgers, grilled cheese, chicken, all kinds of stuff. And I liked it because it was sit down in old-style booths.
I think it's just a gimmick to get people to sub, honestly, because then a lot of times, like, people will forget to sub or whatever.
And you could get shakes.
Or, like, you go in there, you sub, you wait 24 hours, you go in there, you act like an asshole, or you don't act like an asshole, and he bans you, and then it's like, will you actually take the time to unsub, or would you just, like, go make another account to go make fun of him some more? I don't know.
They had amazing milkshakes and stuff. So I used to grow up going there. So there are places out
He thinks it stops sock accounts.
here. There's one place in particular we've been going to recently for like the past month
Well, he certainly isn't, you know, the sharpest tool.
and a half, 2 months on and off we go there. And it reminds me of old school Americana dining, like old diners, all right? We love this place. We love it. The value for the food is great. The food is outstanding.
This is his thumbnail on the DSP Tries It, by the way. I just want you to know. Because I remember thinking the little A ghosty in meal is adorable, because it is. And I'm an estrogen-filled female. But this is his actual thumbnail.
At least per American standards. It's not gourmet food, but it's basically if you like American diner food, you're going to like this place. So anyway, we've been going there, and we said, well, we want to go there to celebrate my wife's birthday. She loves it so much.
Does anybody else find it a little odd that although DSP says that his wife loves the diner, why is it only him talking about his experiences? That just kind of...
Because he doesn't care about her experiences, because he doesn't know about her experience. And that was never more true. And I'm a woman, but don't tell anybody. The thing about it is that when they did those weird co-op streams together, you can tell how little they know about each other. So I'm not surprised he has no stories to really tell about her that don't like really involve him because, you know, he doesn't care.
Confuses me because if she loves it, you'd think he'd have more to say than just she loves it. That's just my take though.
But we're so
I don't think you're wrong though.
absent-minded. We're not thinking, oh, it's Sunday.
Toxi's a woman unsubbing. Ow. Right in my feelings.
We drive there, the entire place is full.
Friend of Grimace.
And there's people waiting outside
He's funny, I guess. That shit was so
to
sad.
get in. And we're like, you gotta be
Why
kidding
would you do that? Why would he do that to her? That was just cruel.
me. Now, here's the thing. If we didn't have plans for what we wanted to
Don't tell Phil because he hates women. You don't got to tell me that. I know.
do for the rest of the day, we probably would have waited. But we actually had plans. The place where my wife wanted to have dinner actually was a pretty far drive away. And there's a big shopping area there. And our plan was we were going to drive there. It takes a while to get there. But we were going to spend the whole day there going around doing a little bit of shopping and then having this nice dinner together. But we didn't want to get stuck, you know, spending all this time waiting to get in to eat this place.
My guess is the restaurant that was far away was probably 30 minutes to an hour from their house. I can't imagine it being any longer. And no, I don't think the restaurant was in Seattle.
We said we're not going to do it. Now, on a whim,
Rob, I think some people think that she's evacuated the Snort Fort and some people don't.
we very foolishly did something we should not have done. We said, what is near us right now that we can just grab any food to put something in our bellies, and then we can drive out to this area where we want to spend the rest of the day shopping and everything. So we look and guess what's the closest thing to this diner?
He says that she watches some of the streams, I think. I don't think she does. I don't think she has a clue.
Burger King. Oh, good. Well,
Because I think if any half-respecting woman knew half of the shit that he did, they'd put their fucking foot down and be like, stop acting like an embarrassing fucking asshole on the internet.
we said we'll just drive to Burger King and grab something quickly, and then we'll be off on our day after that. We'll get on the road.
So they can't go to the restaurant she wants because, oh, it just looks too busy. And I'm sure he totally gaslighted her. Oh, look, honey, it's so crowded. It's so busy. Oh, it's going to take forever. And I'm sure she just kind of went, oh, okay, yeah. You know what? I guess you're right. Oh, here, we'll just go to Burger King.
And we'll drive out to this place.
Big ups, movie sign. What's going on, honey? How you
Burger
doing?
King. So we drive 1 block to Burger King. As we're at this Burger King, we firmly realize this is not the kind of Burger King that normally we would want to go to. I'm not kidding you. As we're waiting in the drive-thru, there are essentially drug users in an alleyway next to Burger King doing drugs, like plainly in view of us. We're staring at them like, that guy's shooting up. Yeah, right in front of people at Burger King. People are shooting up. Like, oh, this might be a problem. Well, we better just get our food and get out of here. So we order. Now, what did we order? My
Just a picture of a chicken sandwich. Yeah, apparently there were people shooting up, which is just so fucking funny to hear him say, in the back alley, I guess, next to the Burger King, behind the Burger King. I don't fucking know.
my wife wanted to get a original chicken sandwich combo. She likes the original chicken sandwich at Burger King. So she ordered that as a combo. I ordered
Cambo.
something that I hadn't tried yet. The King chicken sandwich. They have a new chicken sandwich at Burger King. And they have 2 varieties. They have a regular, which is like lettuce, tomato, onion, and mayo. And then they have one that's the spicy version, which is supposed to have spicy sauce and some other kind of sauce on it or something. We order, and we drive to a safe area. We get the there. Seriously, we get out of there. And we're like, let's eat somewhere safe quick. Because the thing is, Burger King doesn't have the doors open. Now, we don't know if they don't have the doors open because of COVID or because there's druggies in the alleyway next to them shooting up. Maybe the druggies keep going into their store to shoot up, because that could be. It could be, oh, we want to do somewhere safe, so we go in their bathroom and start shooting up drugs. Who knows, right?
If that was the case, you wouldn't be able to enter the bathroom without a key from somebody working there.
This obviously is not a good part of town. We drive to somewhere safe, or at least we think it's safe.
Phil, anywhere you go that is not inside your gated community, I'm highly doubtful you think that it's fully safe. There's always detractors lurking out there, according to you.
And we open our food and we're gonna eat. So my wife starts eating. Her food seems good. She's like a little dry, but what are you gonna do? It's Burger King, right?
If you ever see this guy do a DSP tries it, he's always harping on whether the meat is dry or not.
I was going to say, that doesn't really sound, that sounds like something he would say, because he always says everything is dry. I'm convinced he's just got like perpetual like cotton mouth and everything is dry.
I open up my bag, I eat a fry. Burger King fries are kind of, never really liked Burger King fries. And you know, the early 2000s, their fries were good. They used to have potato skins on the fry, then they tasted good. But I've never been impressed with Burger King fries in the last like 10, 15 years. They suck.
Out of Wendy's, McDonald's, and Burger King, I think Burger King has the worst fries out of the three.
So finally I go to grab my
I think I'd have to agree with that if I had my choice.
sandwich. I'm like, what the hell? I pull my hand out of the bag. My hand is completely covered in sauce. So what they did, they completely soaked the sandwich in sauce. What they do with this chicken sandwich is they wrap it in wax paper and then they put it inside of like a foil bag. So I opened the foil bag and I just put my hand in to grab the sandwich and I was like, what the f-? Now I'm in a car. I'm not at home. I don't have a ton of napkins with me. I don't have a faucet to wash my hand, right? This is me in a car. After this meal, we're about to drive a ways to go spend a day out. Nice for my wife's birthday. And I'm like,
The birthday.
what the f this? So I pull it out. I'm not kidding you. The entire wax paper was wet. There wasn't like, it wasn't dry at all. I'm trying to unwrap the sandwich and I'm getting increasingly covered in sauce. It was the most sloppy, nasty thing I've seen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, normally I would just tell the story. This was so bad, I took a picture. Because I immediately said, I am going to complain about this. I can't believe what I'm seeing. This is the most revolting thing I've ever seen.
Once DSP decided in that car that he was going to complain about it, he got really happy.
So I have
Yeah, he actually posts the picture. Here's the picture here. For those...
a picture
This
for
is
you.
so funny. For those wondering, no. After over 10 days, Burger King has still not contacted me with a resolution on how they're going to make up for this inedible meal they served me on September 5th. I emailed them back a third time tonight because the franchisee still hasn't reached out. Like, this guy is somebody. Really, like, like you tweeted this.
That,
Okay, man.
that was the sandwich that they gave me. What you're seeing right now is what the
You know, you could always roll back through the drive-through and be like, hey, I just ordered some food from you guys. Could I just get like a stack of napkins or something? You know, you can do that. You don't have to just sit there and go, oh no, what do I do?
they gave me at Burger King. Yummy! It looks like it came out of someone's... It looks like someone who had a giant festering zit popped that right onto the sandwich. That is what they gave
Oh, that was funny. Cute.
me. Seriously. Oh my God. I mean, do I even have to describe it any... Like, do I even have to say another word about it? So, I couldn't eat it. I mean, I'm not even kidding you. That bun is covered...
Oh, yeah, that's right. He can't stay. The people that were shooting up the people that were injecting their marijuanas would have killed him or something, surely.
in sauce. Like, everything
Surely they were worried about what he was
I
doing.
touched, I got sauce on me.
He sent a
I just
stern
couldn't do it.
email, you
How was I
guys.
supposed to eat that? Well, that is the most revolting thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it might tasted good. I don't know. Look at that.
I guess he just refused to eat it, I guess.
That's vomit-inducing. Like, I got sick to my stomach looking at it. I threw it out. I couldn't eat it. I took a picture. I threw it out, and I immediately went to Burger King's website and filed a complaint. I said, "Are you out of your mind? You expect me to eat that? Like, how, it's not even edible. Look at that.
It's edible. It's just messy. Just because something's messy doesn't mean it's not edible.
everywhere. It's no. See, someone just said you hold it in the wrapper. Look at the wrapper. The wrapper is soaked in sauce. There was no dry part of the wrapper to hold on to eat it. That wrapper is wet and dripping and saturated in sauce. There's no way to eat that without getting covered in it.
Phil never got that because it's all wet is because they heat it up before they give it to you. So the sauce is going to have a more liquid composition. It's going to be slipping and slopping all over
Yeah, you don't want it to have, like, I don't know, like solidified.
the place. And then looking at that wrapper, it just...
He didn't throw it out. I don't feel like he did. It looks fine and you can still hold it in the wrapper. I agree. There are several different ways that I feel like as adults, I feel like we could solve it. And also, if you look like in the top left, it's not covered up there. If you look in the bottom left, it doesn't really seem like right all up, you know, over there.
It looks like there's one wet spot. And it's like, did they give you napkins, Philip? Did you ask for napkins? Because then you could wrap a napkin around.
Yeah, if you know, like when they're handing you the bag, you could just say, oh, are there napkins? Or, you know, you could look in the bag. You could feel inclined to look in the bag before you drive away. I'm a pain in the ass. I look in the bag before I drive away. Like, so you could have done that. Said, hey, can I have a few more napkins or can I have some or something?
On the burger. It happens from time to time, Philip. You may think this is like a rare occasion, but
right.
No, food getting hot and going through the wax paper, that happens all the time.
And by the way, I don't know what that yellow is on it, but oh my God, like it doesn't look like mayo. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but that is nasty. Like I said, that looks like a zit. That someone was festering zit and they went and it squirted all over the sandwich.
Don't you know what you ordered? Don't you even know what it is?
That is nasty. Why would I want to eat that? All I had for
Does that make me a woman? Because I look in the bag.
my meal yesterday was fries. I'm serious. I threw out the sandwich. I couldn't eat that. So all I did was eat the sandwich. That was it. And we drove away. We had to go on. You know, we had plans for the day. And I did complain. And I have written back and forth with Burger King twice in the last 24 hours.
Imagine having nothing else to do with your life. That you got a messy sandwich from a fast food place that you expected to be like Michelin star quality. And like, this is it for the day.
Basically, they apologized. I sent them the picture, and then they really apologized and said that they're going to basically get this restaurant in contact with me. Essentially, what's going to happen is probably the manager of the store will apologize and be like, oh, here's a few free credits to come and get free food. Do you really think I want to go back to that Burger King? Really? Do you really think I want to go there?
Well, you wanted to go there in the first place.
Where number one, I have to see people shooting up while I'm buying food.
You didn't have to. You could have looked and you could have thought, I don't know, whatever thoughts you have, like this place looks sketchy or I don't feel safe here or okay, let's go somewhere else. Surely you could have picked up a rock and fucking hit a Wendy's, a McDonald's, and an Arby's, like, you know.
And then I have to try to eat that. Like, are you out of your mind? So even if they give me free stuff, I probably aren't even going to go there. I hope if they do give me anything free, I hope they give it to go to another Burger King that's a better one. Because that place is... Seriously.
If they give you coupons, couldn't you go to any Burger King you want? And obviously you're complaining to get something for free. We know that that's why you're doing it. Because you want someone to kiss your ass and you have an apology fetish. And then you want them to give you something.
So then we leave and we're off on our day. Okay? The good news is we did have a lot of fun. We ended up going to a few stores and things that normally we wouldn't go to because they're not in our local area. It was further out drive and everything. We had a nice day. The weather was hot. It wasn't supposed to be. The weather claimed that the high for the day was going to be in the low 70s. It was in the 80s. Full sun, 80s, sweating our...
Highly doubt that. Highly doubt they're off by 10 degrees, possibly more. But you told us the one day it was really hot and it was like 71, so...
Our balls off out here because the car was so hot. Because it was hot as shit. It was just like, oh, come on. It figures that our day out we planned for Kat's birthday ends up being insanely hot and we're sweating. But you know you could do about that. You know, whatever.
You don't have air conditioning in the car since you desperately seem to need it so badly if it's 80? Like, okay.
Make the best of it. The good news is we had fun. We went to it, like I said, we went to a few different stores or whatever. We went to a few areas normally we wouldn't have gone to. We actually got a new kind of treat for Jasper. That's it's supposed to be like a puree of both tuna and shrimp, and he loves seafood. Like whenever we eat food, if we order seafood, oh my God, he goes crazy.
Oh, he doesn't look very happy in that picture. Oh.
Jump on the kitchen table, he'll sniff it. Oh, seafood. And he'll try to get some because he's a cat. He wants to eat the seafood. He doesn't do that for anything else, only seafood. He loves seafood. So we ended up getting him this nice, this nice new treat and everything. So then finally, we're coming at kind of a close to the end of our day. Now I'm starving. The only thing I've eaten all day long was a small fries from Burger King.
That sounds like a personal this clip is so funny. That sounds like a personal problem though. Stop somewhere else or go to a different restaurant. Like, I don't understand this behavior. If you're hungry, go get something to eat. Like, you are grown, sir.
I'll use utensils, okay? But they're in the kitchen, so no harm, no foul, you know what I mean?
I didn't eat anything else all day. At least Kat had a chicken sandwich. I was starving. I'm like, okay, good. It's finally time for dinner, okay? So, where did we go for dinner? We had a reservation at a Japanese...
You know they didn't leave the fucking house anyway until like almost noon. The guy probably has had like French fries and then like 4 hours later, he's like, oh, my stomach is eating itself, Because it's been like 2.5 hours and he's starving to death.
Style restaurant.
Yes, Japanese style. You can't just say Japanese. I'm sure we're trying to get Kat her fix for going to Japan by substituting it with Japanese food.
It was supposed to be 3 different kinds of cuisine. They had a hibachi grill, so if you wanted to get hibachi stuff, they would cook it for you fresh. It was also known as a steakhouse, so they make Japanese style steaks, and also a sushi restaurant. So it says right on the front, hibachi, seafood, no, it said steak, seafood, sushi. It says right on the front on their sign. That's how they advertise themselves. Kat had actually ahead of time made this reservation and looked it up and saw the menu, and she had picked out kinds of sushi that she wanted to try. She was like, man, they look like they have some really unique good sushi here. I can't wait to try this new sushi they're gonna have. And also their drinks menu looked pretty good. I couldn't drink because I had to drive home, but she was gonna have a drink or two while we were there. We're waiting finally to our reservation. We get up to the door. As we walk to the front door, there's a giant sign on the front door. Oh, sorry, no sushi today. What? We couldn't believe it. We had made the reservation and went there specifically to get sushi for Kat's birthday. No sushi today. We opened the doors and what's going on? Oh, well,
he really makes it a point to say that he isn't going to drink because he has to drive home, which absolutely means he had at least one drink, and he probably had more than one.
Sushi chef gets 2 days off a week, Sundays and Mondays. So he's off today. I'm like, you didn't say that online. Nowhere on your website does it say that you don't have sushi on Sunday or Monday. We made this reservation over 2 weeks ago.
I highly doubt that also, by the way.
Come here for sushi. Oh, we're sorry about that. Well, do you still want your reservation? No! Off! So we left. And Kat was very upset. And I don't blame her. We had done all this stuff planning this special day out for her. The first meal is ruined. And now the second meal is ruined. So what did we do? We thought about what we wanted to do.
Then Catherine and Philip went back to the original Burger King and had a chicken sandwich. It was coated in much sauce and DSP enjoyed it thoroughly.
And she basically really wanted sushi. I said, well, at this point, now here we are, way far away from home. I said, the only thing I could think of, we could do one of two things. We could try to find another sushi restaurant in the area if there's any that are even good. Or we could go to a sushi...
I don't know why he didn't just take her to the restaurant that she wanted to go to and just wait. I mean, for God's sake, you're not waiting for 4 hours. Like, it's not New York City. It's not Hollywood. It's not LA. Like, how long could you have possibly had to wait? 20 minutes? 30 minutes? Just go chill out in the car for a minute. You know, hang out. Like, how busy could it have possibly been? Why didn't you just take her where she wanted to go?
Restaurant we know we like, or we can go home and order. So first of all, we tried to search the area for a sushi restaurant. The
So of course they went home to order food because of course they did.
only one in the area is this place called Trappers, but Trappers is more fast foody, meaning there really is no sit-down dining. All there's a bar you sit at, and
What's
they
up,
have
Zambi?
one of those rotating conveyor belts, so you can just grab sushi off. It's not like made for order or anything. And I was like, that's more like you know, you want to go there for lunch or grab something quick. That's not like you're gonna sit down and have a birthday dinner.
I can just feel that like he talked her out of it. Like, no, you don't want to wait, or no, I don't want to wait. I'm hungry. Let's get something, you know, right now. You know, they didn't roll out of the house at like 8 o'clock in the morning to go and get something to eat. They ordered, you know, lunch. They got chicken sandwiches, you know, so
At Trapper Sushi. You know what I'm saying?
they went out at like 11 o'clock or something. I guarantee. I don't think this asshole does anything much before 11 o'clock. He can't even show up on his stream till in between 11:30 and noon. So this is all a big bunch of bullshit. He just fucking talked her out of it. Yeah, it's too expensive, or the wait is too long. Oh, you know, I'm going to have to drive around the parking lot a whole 2 times to be able to find a place to park. He just didn't want to fucking go there.
So then we're like, okay,
And we obviously know that this dude has a fucking Burger King fetish. He can talk about how shitty it is all he wants, but he obviously likes it there.
why don't we go to the sushi restaurant that's near our house that we normally would go to anyway, but we wanted to do something special for her birthday.
And then as far as dinner, he didn't take her to a sushi place. It sounded like a hibachi place, a steakhouse. You know, it didn't sound like sushi was like what the place was, you know, it known for. And if that was really what she wanted, you know, he talks like, you know, we made the reservations specifically to go there for sushi. They don't know that. Why the fuck would they care? If you would have done any kind of research, you might have been able to figure that out. I just don't simply understand how this could, you know, just fall apart so badly.
I guess forget it, we'll just go there. We look it up, closed on Sundays. So we don't even have the option to go to our usual place for sushi because it's closed on the day that we have off for her birthday. Finally, it's like we're at our wits' end. And we're like, what are we going to do? Well, you know, we could sit here, we could moan, we could stamp our feet, we could be upset.
Don't
Well, you are. I mean, which is what he's about to say right now, probably.
worry, everybody. He saves all that complaining for us on the podcast.
Yeah, that's
You know, we could
true.
be a bunch of Karens. Or we could try to make them take the lemons, make the lemonade out of the lemons. So I said, we're going to go
That's such a great face. With his fucking tongue hanging out of his mouth.
home really quick. And I drove us home as fast as I possibly could. I broke the speed limit a couple times. I actually broke the sound barrier a couple of times, I'm sure. Actually, I'm kidding. I didn't break the speed limit. I'm actually...
No, we really thought that you went, what the fuck is the sound? Is it 700 and some miles an hour? Yeah, you really, we totally believe that you went that fast, for sure.
Contrary to popular belief about how I drive in video games, I am one of the more conservative drivers out here. The drivers out here are out of their minds. Like, we're driving on a road. I'm not familiar with the road. Like I said, we're away from home. It says 40 mile per hour speed limit. So I will drive like 40, 45. We got people flying by us going like 70 miles per hour on a regular road. This isn't a highway. These are regular roads. And by the way, the roads where we were driving on were very narrow with no guardrails on them. So if you drive off this road, you're driving off into the woods. It's
Why would you drive off the road? What?
like, these people are out of their minds. We get home as fast as we can. Jasper's happy to see us. We give him his treat. So what are we going to do? I said, well, there's this Japanese restaurant we have been ordering from recently and getting delivery at home. The sushi that we've tried from there is good. The problem is the delivery sushi isn't great. It comes and it's warm. It's falling apart by the time it arrives because it's delivery. You know, you order anything like DoorDash or Uber Eats, you're not getting
Don't question the king. I try not to because it doesn't make any fucking sense.
it for
But
30 to 45 minutes after they already made it. So it's all been kind of sitting there. So what we want to do is, well, let's do it anyway. So we ended up ordering like 3 kinds of sushi from this restaurant, and it was pretty good. Admittedly, one of the sushis was outstanding. This one actually had salmon and tuna on top, and it had I think it had crab and other stuff inside of it. That one was like ridiculously good. And normally I'm not one for eating raw fish, but this was like, wow. The flavor was outstanding. One of them was really basic. It was just like cream cheese and tempura shrimp.
you know they didn't go. You know he wanted to go home. And I think sometimes the reason why he's in a hurry to go home is because he wants to get drunk.
But it was too basic for me.
I don't think he wants to be out for too long because he wants to drink.
Like it that much. And then the last one had eel, and I actually like the eel. I think it's like savory, but Kat liked the other one, the one with the fish on it, better. So anyway, we ended up eating at home as if it were just a normal day. We ended up ordering.
Yeah, as if it was just a normal day. You ruined her fucking birthday. Great job.
Home and getting delivery and eating at home. It sucked, you know, and it sucks because we had gone out of our way.
I want to go home. People scare me. Yeah, basically, he wanted to either get home because he's like fucking terrified of people or being seen or confrontation, or maybe he's like, I don't know, is he ashamed of being seen with her? I don't know. And just wants to go home and drink.
To plan this special day for her and I tried to do everything possible.
You didn't, though. You didn't try to do everything possible because you wouldn't wait 20, 25, 30, minutes for a table at whatever place it was that she wanted to go to. You made her go and get something fucking shitty from Burger King. Then you made her go shopping for the cat and probably do a bunch of other shit that you either had to do or wanted to do because it's all about you. And then the dinner was, I don't know. I mean, if you go to a place and they don't have what you like, can't you just get something else? I don't understand this attitude of they don't have exactly what I want, so I'm not going there. Okay. Or I don't know. It's a fucking meal, not a space shuttle launch. You can just order something else. Jesus Christ. I want a burger. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have burgers today. Oh, no problem. Let me get a chicken sandwich. Let me get, pasta. Let me get fucking, whatever. Like it's not a big deal. Like, why are you so rigid? They don't have like one thing. Like, I get it. It's her favorite thing. But okay, surely there's something else there that she would like.
Just so you guys know, because some people ask ridiculous stuff like, oh, did you get her anything? Of course I did. It's actually, I ordered it a bit ago. And what she's
of course you did
getting for her birthday is coming later this week.
Oh, so you couldn't even have her present on the day. She's got to wait because you probably ordered it too fucking late.
Nothing I can do about that. Delivery time is delivery time. So she's getting another present. It wasn't, this day out was supposed to be the majority of her present, but she's getting something else later this week. But it is what it is. The DayCon, I'll be honest, the day was disappointing compared to what we had imagined it was going to be. But there's not much you can do about that. Sometimes life over and you just got to make the best of it. We did have a great day regardless.
Oh, I'm sure you think life messes with you on a daily basis, Philip.
Like I said, the time we spent between the meals was actually really good. We had a nice day out. We had a lot of fun together. And I'm happy about that because normally I don't get to spend a whole day with Kat. Usually it's half the day is run errands, appointments, and then we wedge in time together between all that. This was a day fully dedicated to us spending together, and that was really nice. So we still had a good one.
Yeah, I'm sure that a whole day with him, I'm positive that was really fun.
It just was nowhere as good as we had wanted it to be. Someone asked if we get a birthday cake. No, actually, last week, Kat had said instead of a cake, I want a pie. So we ended up getting a big Dutch apple pie from a really good bakery. And she's been actually eating the pie. I had 2 pieces of it. It's amazing pie. I'm not kidding. Best apple pie I've ever had. And she's been eating pie over the past week to finish it. So I think there's like a tiny bit left in the fridge. But we've had that to celebrate all kind of.
You guys have been eating one pie over a course of the week. Yeah, I got to throw an extra gout on that one. I'm sorry. I know the two of you that pie didn't last the night. Okay.
So that was our day. This was the.
I'm not saying that I don't ever have a hella fat moment and just destroy something, but come on. Okay. That pie might have lived to see the next day, but all week, give me a fucking break.
Start of our day. This was the start of our day. Burger King, where someone the food out of their into your wrapper, apparently. Because what the is that? I mean, I think I've actually had turds that are better and neater than that. Actually, most of my turds are neater than that. That's in something else. Anyway. That was our day.
Then about 2 weeks later, Phil went on Twitter to complain about it, and he got relentlessly roasted for it.
4 to 6 weeks later.
Bleep Goji Tanks tip me $2 and enjoy your day off tomorrow. Here's towards the Chiking. You mean this thing right here? You want me to put your $2 towards this right here? No, absolutely not. I've already partaken of the horrors once. I'm never doing that ever again. But I do thank you for the contribution. Trust me, whatever I eat tomorrow will be way more satisfying than that disgusting, blobulous, infested, pus-filled mess.
1 season later.
Now, on the 1-year anniversary of this momentous event in DSP history, somebody brings it up in Phil's chat, and Phil decides to rehash the story over again. So let's see if any details change, shall we?
I'm sure they probably have.
This is the best video source I could find for it. For whatever reason, his podcasts from this era are usually privated. I think it's because something with the intro music that he uses. Today, he could have just cut that out with the editor, but back then, he's not going to do that, so he's too lazy to go back and do that with all the podcasts because he knows it's like 0 to 1 people watching per day, so it's not worth doing it. Because honestly, the only people looking back at his podcasts from that time are people like me that are clipping them.
Last year, my wife and I wanted to plan a special day for her birthday. And
Okay, so yeah, it did happen in 2021. I wasn't sure if it was 2020 or 21. So
I said, what would you like to do? And she says, well, we got to do our errands and things. So what I'd like to do is plan it so we get those done early on in the day. And then we can go and do something special. I said, well, what would you like to do special? They're like, well, I love sushi. Let me look for like sushi places and something special. So what we did is there's a, how can I explain it? If you drive about half an hour away from here, there's another town out there in Washington where there's a lot of shopping, there's a lot of restaurants, there's a lot of other things out there as well that we do every once in a while. We don't
like what? What other things do you do? If you're not shopping and you're not eating, then what do you do? That would actually be the more interesting thing you could say.
do it all the time because it's pretty far away. But, you know, it's nice to every once in a while have a different change of scenery and do things in a different location. So essentially what we said we would do is that day we would drive out there.
Putting cornbread in the oven. Nice. We've gone from 2021 where they got the terrible sandwich. This is apparently a year later somebody asks about what happened. So he's regaling us the year after.
And we would spend some time, like killing time shopping. And then we would make a reservation at a nice restaurant to have dinner at. And my wife absolutely loves sushi. So we found a restaurant that's a combination of a, what do they call it, hibachi, which is where they cook the food right in front of you on one of those open flame grills.
The odd thing is this is from 3 years ago and I can still see his robust moves.
And they do like a little show when they do it. And then also a sushi bar where you can go and they'll make the sushi right in front of you fresh. And you can make.
Yeah, this is before LTG told him he needed to work on his sexy. And he completely changed his wardrobe, but isn't bothered by anything that he says.
To order. So we made a reservation on her birthday to go there because she wanted to do the sushi half of it. She was very excited.
You made a reservation on her birthday? I thought she made it 2 weeks before her birthday. You made the reservation on her birthday? Okay.
To see that happen. We never did that before. All right. So that day, we also decided that, you know, we'd get all our errands done first half of the day, then drive out there, spend the day kind of doing some shopping, and then go to the restaurant. All right. So we go to do our errands, and we did our grocery shopping. We got that out of the way.
He told her, I'm just going to run out real quick and go to the grocery store while you stay here and do your makeup and get ready. I'm just going to run to the store. But you took her and made her come along with you and do all of the errands. Okay.
And then we went and I had to go to the dump that week. Had accumulated trash to throw out. So we go to the dump.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd eat before I go to the dump. And it's funny because he's adding new details that he didn't tell us before. It's like, okay, what do I remember? That's very important to tell even though it's not. Let's just drag this out as long as possible.
And we're hungry, all right? And it's early. Like, what are we going to get? It was probably like...
Yeah, he said they didn't have errands to do that day. They just had a whole day to spend together. He ran out and just grabbed a few things, you know, a few supplies. But now it's they had to go to the dump and they had to go shopping and they had to run errands and they had to do all this stuff. And then...
Probably like just before noon.
Which is what I said when he originally told the story. They didn't go out at like 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning for breakfast.
Noonish. Okay. Yeah. And we're like, we're hungry. What do we want to get? Well, what's nearby? Well, honestly, like nothing. First thing, my wife says, well, let's go to the diner that we really like. There's a diner nearby that we absolutely really, really like. But last year, my wife's birthday fell on a weekend. Uh-oh. We weren't really thinking
Well, I guess she's getting screwed out of this one too.
Like that, we were just thinking, oh, it's her birthday, just do whatever she wants. So she wants to go to the diner that we always go to for our brunch, you know, breakfast, lunch combo, because she really likes this place.
Pig-splaining brunch, like we don't know.
We go there, the place is packed to the walls with people, like completely full. So we were have to wait, sit there and wait if we want to eat there.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. You have to sit and wait if you want to eat. Correct.
And my wife's like, you know,
I'm positive that the wife said, no, I don't want to wait, by the way. If this is a place that she loves so much, I'm positive. There's a steakhouse I like to go to. And every time I go there, it's packed and you got to wait. And I fucking want my New York strip. And I'm like, what is it? 25 minutes, 45 minutes? I'll take a seat. I'm good. I'm here. I'll tuck in and wait. So that's right. You're just a mere mortal who has to wait sometimes like everybody else.
I'll be honest. And you know, I don't really like this that much. I don't want to sit around and wait. I think I'd rather do something different. And I was like, birthday, just do whatever.
Here, now he says that Kat says this, and I guarantee it's projection. So he says this is probably what he said. So let's check this again.
She wants. So she wants to go to the diner that we always go to for our brunch, you know, breakfast, lunch combo, because she really likes this place. We go there, the place is packed to the walls with people, like completely full. So we were have to wait, sit there and wait if we want to eat there. And my wife's like, you know, I'll be honest. And you know, I don't really like this that much. I don't want to sit around and wait. I think I'd rather do something different. And I was like, well, what? She's like, you know what?
I'm positive she isn't the one who said that. It was her birthday, and that's where she wanted to go. And she really, really likes it. But then all of a sudden she looks at you and goes, you know, I don't really like this place that much. So I'm okay if we just go somewhere else. Positive that it didn't go down like that.
I really want to go out to where we're going to go for the rest of our day. I feel like we're stuck here at home. I want to get out there.
Wow, Kat wants to get out of the Snort Fort. Who would have guessed?
Let's just do whatever's close by. So, we look around for things to eat. What's the closest thing? Burger King. And sadly, we're in...
Do you have to have the closest thing? You can't drive like a mile or 3 miles or 5 miles? So...
downtown.
Right, exactly. Rather than wait, they drive somewhere else. And thank you for the 2 Optimus, honey. I appreciate you. Yep, that is correct. They still sit and wait as they drive somewhere else and sit in the drive-thru and, you know, wait.
All right?
For shitty Burger King.
And we don't usually do anything in downtown. If we got to drive through it to do stuff like go to the dump or whatever, we do that and then we get out of there. There's a lot of traffic. I'll be honest, there's a lot of crime. There's a lot of shit that goes down there. So we try not to go there. All right. But we're there and she's like, let's just go to Burger King. I was like, you're sure? You're not joking. You actually just want to go to Burger King. And she's like, yeah, let's just get it done. Let's eat. And then we can move on to the rest of our fun day.
Oh yeah, I'm absolutely sure Kat said that. That's exactly how she phrased it.
Yeah, right.
All right, let's just do it.
Let's move on to the rest of our fun day, going grocery shopping and going to the dump and going to buy stuff for the cat and going where you want to go eat and doing what you want to go do. Happy fucking birthday.
What? So we got into the drive-thru because Burger King a year ago, you couldn't eat inside. I don't know if you can eat inside now. A year ago, because of COVID, you couldn't go inside and eat inside. The doors were still locked, okay? We tried. The door was locked. So we decide to get into the drive-thru. We get into the drive-thru. What are we going to get? All right. Admittedly, I should have went for the staple. I should have went for the thing that I know is the same. They've never changed at Burger King over the years. Something that every time I go there, I love. The Whopper.
You know, I do give credit to Phil. He is actually telling a slightly different variation of what happened. It makes things a lot more interesting. He's just adding new details that we haven't heard before that richen the commentary of just instead of him complaining constantly.
I love the Whopper, even though it's definitely a fast food burger, even though it's not the epitome of burger goodness, it always tastes the same. It's the same flame grilled patty. It's the same condiments on a good bun. It's a good sized burger. It always tastes good. I honestly don't know if I've ever gotten a Whopper that I was like, oh, this sucks.
How can he not tell this story is ultra depressing? I don't think he thinks it is ultra depressing. I think that this gives him, how do I want to say it? Like, it's something for him to complain about. Like, look how wronged I am. Look how fucked over I got. You know, look how fucked up the ass I got. Oh, everything is so awful and so terrible. I don't think he feels that it is ultra depressing.
Even when they're messy and it's going everywhere, still tastes pretty good. All right? That's what I should have gotten. But I was feeling stupid and adventurous, and I said, I'm going to get their new chicken sandwich, which they call the Chiking. Okay?
Phil, being adventurous and trying new things is not stupid. It's how you grow as a person.
Now, my wife said, oh, I'd gotten that before. I can't remember when we had gotten it, but she said she had tried the spicy Chiking and she liked it. So I said, all right.
Probably with her other man.
I'll try the spicy Chiking. All right. So I order it. And I think if I remember, she ordered, I can't remember what she got. She might have gotten a Whopper. I can't remember, actually. No, you know what? She might have got the long chicken sandwich. I don't remember. Because that's not the focus of the story here. So, of course, we have to eat in the car.
I don't remember what she got, because fuck her. It's not about her. This is about what a terrible day I had.
They won't let you in. So we drive to the parking spot.
The drive-through?
And we open up the bag, and immediately we know something's wrong.
Oh, okay. They parked and looked in the bag. Okay.
You can see sauce everywhere. Okay?
So that is one detail that is different. In the original story, he said he had to grab into the bag.
Yeah, he just said that he didn't even look and he stuck his hand into the bag. So apparently now he looked in the
To
bag.
feel sauce. He didn't see it.
So it's like you have to strategically go into the bag to even get like the items out of the bag. So she hands me my Chiking chicken sandwich. Okay, luckily her stuff was okay. But she hands me my Chiking chicken sandwich.
Okay, Phil, I know, like, it's hard to remember stuff and your mind distorts it. It's how, you know, oral tradition, how stories change over time. But this is not the original thing you had. It was you reaching in to the packaging and
Yeah, she didn't have the bag. She has the bag now in this story, apparently.
getting your hands all sticky. Why is it this time Kat was reaching into the packaging?
And you can see the entire wrapper is wet. That's obviously a bad sign. When you're getting food and your entire thing the food is wrapped in is soaked, there's a problem here. Okay?
At least from the picture he took, there just seemed to be a portion of it that was drenched, not all of it.
So I begin to unwrap the sandwich. This sandwich is completely permeated in sauce. I'm not talking it's like wet, they put too much. The bun is soaked and completely covered.
That bun looks fairly dry to me, Philip.
The chicken is doused in it and mushy because of it.
The chicken didn't really look mushy. Can you imagine this guy suing and being put on cross? Oh, like cross-examination, you mean? I can't imagine this guy doing anything like that.
Like, this is supposed to be a crispy chicken sandwich. This is the most
It did look crispy.
soggy, disgusting thing you've ever seen in your life. And not just
Well, if it's soggy, then you won't, I guess, have to worry about it being dry because you think everything is dry, so you should like it. It's cathartic. He loves being a victim. Exactly. That's why I don't think that he thinks this is depressing. I think he loves this. I think he loves it when things go like this because then it gives him, how do I say this? There are some people in this world, and this gentleman is one of them, where if they woke up one morning and there was nothing to bitch and gripe and moan and piss and complain about, I don't quite think this guy would know what to do with himself. There are some people in this world who are truly only happy when they're miserable and have something to complain about. And if everything isn't exactly the way it should be, if even like the slightest thing goes a different way than it should or a different way than he thinks it should, everything just unravels. Just the rigidity is like just crazy.
one kind, two kinds of sauce. It's got whatever the hot sauce is supposed to be, plus some other kind of like a yellowish
Don't you know what you ordered? Don't you know what kind of sauce?
sauce. Now, here's the thing. Maybe if I was at home and I was eating it on a plate at my table and I had paper towels and all over me, maybe if I had a fork and knife.
Who eats a sandwich with a fork and knife?
I would try to eat this thing. The thing is completely saturated. It's already getting everywhere because the wrapper's wet, so it's already kind of getting everywhere in the car. And they gave us 2 napkins.
I mean, honestly, you're lucky you got anything. But if you were there in their parking lot checking everything, which again, do it at the window, but okay. You just circle back around? Hey, yo, I just ordered something. Can I just get like another stack of napkins? Like, that's all I want.
2 single napkins. Like,
Well, 2 isn't a single, 2 is 2. But we'll let it slide.
how stupid can you be?
By that point, you should have spun around the drive-thru
Thank you.
and asked for more napkins. But the issue with you is you didn't check the food until you went to a safe place to eat it.
Right? That's all you give someone when you just gave them this sloppy, disgusting mess.
Yeah, you had to get away from the dirty dopers injecting their marijuanas. You couldn't get the fuck out of there fast enough.
Right? So I'm looking at it and I'm like, how am I supposed to eat this? And the answer is I couldn't. There was no way to eat that and not get it completely over myself. And if I had eaten it, my whole face would have been covered.
If I'd have eaten it, you mean eaten it? Jesus Christ. If I'd have eaten it,
Covered in sauce. My hands, and there's nothing to wash with because they gave you 2 napkins. You can't go inside to use the bathroom or ask for more. The door's locked.
you don't need to go inside. Just fucking drive around again. I don't understand what the problem is here.
So guess what I had that day for my brunch? Small fries.
Well, a brunch is meant to be a small meal, Phil.
That is also true.
That was it. That's what I
And you chose to order a small fry. Why would you get a small one? Should have got a large, bitch.
ate. Small fries. And nothing else. My wife got a chicken sandwich and some fries. I ate small fries. All right? I took a picture.
Lean over and take a fucking bite out of her chicken sandwich. Just lean over. Hey, baby. Just take a bite.
I showed it to you guys for a while. Remember, it was a running joke on my streams. I complained to Burger King. Guess what Burger King did? Nothing.
Fucking tweeted it out like this man is somebody.
They're
I can't even
scum.
deal.
I mean it. That company is a bunch of scumbags.
He's really
But he keeps going there and going there and going there and going there.
annoyed because Burger King didn't give him a free meal out of it.
So I complained to Burger King, and they say, don't worry, we're going to do something for you. We're going to contact the franchisee, show them the picture, because that does look disgusting, and we're going to get you an answer. 2 months passed, and the franchisee never responded.
Because the franchise owner doesn't care, Philip.
So I kept asking them, what's going to happen, and eventually they just ghosted me. They didn't even give me a credit. They didn't even say, oh, we'll give you a $5 coupon. They don't care.
Yeah, they got exhausted from your 220 Karen antics and they bailed on you.
They literally don't give a So Burger King is a piece of company. They're supposed to be all about have it your way customer support. They don't care. They ghosted me in the emails and they ghosted me on Twitter. They don't give So Burger King. No, really, I mean that. Hey, Burger King, you. Your company sucks.
Ooh, oh no.
You actually made the first half of my wife's birthday really bad last year.
No, you made the first half of your wife's birthday awful last year because you wouldn't wait 20 or 30 minutes for a fucking table where she wanted to go. You gaslighted her and talked her out of wanting to go there. You talked her into, oh, it's a bad idea. You talked her out of waiting and into waiting somewhere else where you wanted to go because you've got the fucking Burger King boner.
And then when I tried to reach out just to get some kind of restitution, you ghosted me because you're a bunch of scumbags.
You're not owed anything because your sandwich was messy, sir. I hate to break it to you. You are a 43-year-old grown man. Lick that shit off your hand like the fucking rest of us do. Eat your goddamn sandwich and move the fuck on about your day.
So
And why aren't you happy that at least your shit was messed up and not hers? Isn't this her birthday? Why are we complaining about your fucking sandwich? I'm sorry, what?
mother. Okay.
I mean, from the first story you told earlier, it sounds like Kat had a fine meal. I mean, if you complained about it constantly in the car, I could bet that it would ruin her beginning of the day. Yeah, because you're just thinking about yourself and not her.
So, that was the first half of the bad birthday. Okay? Then, we said, okay, we're going to go out to this shopping area and we're going to do some, you know, window shopping and stuff. Some date that we did buy.
Oh, window shopping. So you're not going to buy or anything. Nice.
Some things. I think we went to like a home goods store and bought a few things for the house. I'm trying to remember what else we did. We did a few things.
Wow, home goods. Well, I mean, it's not Cartier, but I mean, I guess it'll have to do.
Things during the day.
Don't you make $130,000 a year? Okay.
All right. But basically, we got to a point where like the dinner reservation, I think we had made for like 5 p.m., but it was still like 3:30. Like, what are we going to do? We had nothing to do. We ended up like walking around Home Depot. You know, we had nothing to do. It was kind of boring. Admittedly, like we thought there would be more to do out there. And there ended up being way less interesting stuff to do than we thought there would be.
Well, this is a new detail. The last time it sounded like he had a full day worth of busy shopping.
So it ended up being kind of a boring day, honestly. After a little bit of initial shopping that was fun, it ended up becoming very, very boring.
Is that Mario Paint music in the background? I can like just barely hear it. It sounds like Mario Paint. Am I retarded? What do I hear?
Okay, so after all of that, finally, it's time for our dinner reservation. So we walk up to the restaurant, and basically they say, oh, dinner for two. I said, oh, well, we have a reservation. It's her birthday. We made a special
That's something, and that's going to drive my brain crazy. That's Mario Paint, right?
reservation. Oh, whatever, dinner for two. So basically the place doesn't even need a reservation. Like, we reserved it online. But apparently they didn't care. They're like, whatever, just come on in. It's not a big deal, right? Okay, fine.
Yeah, because one, there's only 2 of you, so they didn't need to like book a room or something. Also, if the restaurant isn't that busy, they can find any spot they need to place you.
But we noticed something. As we're approaching the front doors, there's a big sign. No sushi today. No
I thought that was what I heard. I used to love Mario Paint when I was little.
sushi today.
I was like, why is this like so familiar? I can't like get over this. I'm sorry. I totally derailed. I didn't mean to. My
The
bad.
name of the restaurant is whatever the name, because I actually don't even remember what it was. It was so-and-so
I just realized I don't want to say this out loud.
Hibachi and Sushi. That's the actual name of the restaurant. Sign says no sushi today. So as we're talking to, you know, the hostess, we're like, so we made a reservation specifically because we want sushi. Your sign says no sushi. She's like, oh yeah, the sushi chef has today off. And I was like, wait a minute. Your sushi chef, when is your sushi chef here? Oh, he's only here like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
Well, that's funny because in the original story you said no sushi Sunday and Monday, I think is what he said. But there's still hibachi. There's still stuff there. You can just say, "Ah, that sucks. We'll have to come back another time." But here's the thing. Hey, now we know for next time.
But the name of your restaurant is Hibachi and Sushi. It's a busy weekend. Shouldn't your sushi chef be here at the busiest time for your restaurant? Oh, he
Well, Monday isn't the weekend. So was it the weekend or was it not? Like, I don't understand.
needs days off. He can't be here every day. That's just how it is. And I was like, did you ever think that maybe anywhere online on your website where you do your reservations, you would say that so that we would specifically reserve a day when we could get
Coffee Boy, thanks for the 5, honey. I appreciate you. Going from this clip, Phil is just going out to do chores, taking Kat to get something to eat at a restaurant where they've been before. Yeah, pretty much. That was what it was.
sushi. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Well, you still want to eat here, right? No, bye. And we left.
Who does that hurt, though? Like, who does that hurt? Time to spark Toxi's tism. Okay, what is this? Why would you do this to me? Hey, I'm just kind of impressed that I knew what the fuck it was and I didn't have to look it up. I haven't played that fucking thing for 30 years, but I heard it and I was like, something's happening in the back of my brain.
It was a complete waste of time. So the first half of the day was wasted on bad at Burger King, and the second half of the day was kind of not good shopping, and then we couldn't get a dinner like my wife wanted because they didn't even the sushi because the restaurant sucks. So we left, and what do? We can't.
Yeah, okay, like, I'm sorry, excuse me. Okay, so you left, so who the fuck does that hurt?
Came home, and I said to my wife, you get whatever you want. She's like, well, I'm disappointed. Obviously, I wanted sushi. So we ended up, like, ordering from a place. And I don't think we had ever ordered from the place before.
You're not remembering correctly.
Yeah, you're definitely not. You said you used to order. You said you ordered from there all the time.
Phil, you did order from that place. At least
Yeah.
that's what you said in the first story.
Correct.
And it was okay. It wasn't, like, great. It wasn't...
You said one of them was really good.
You know what I mean? It was just like, okay. And we're like, nah. Well, it is what it is, I guess. It really sucks. This was supposed to be a special day for my wife's birthday. And literally everything that could go wrong went wrong. And the only thing that didn't happen is we didn't get a flat tire, right? Like, everything else went wrong. So, that really sucked, all right? So this year, you know, my wife's birthday's coming up. He said, what do we want to do? Well, my wife said, I'm going to take the day off of work, so at least I can be home. But we purposely made it this time. We made zero plans. Instead, it's the opposite. Kat's going to stay home and relax all day. We purposely made sure there's nothing that needs to be done. There's no chores that need to be done today. You know what I mean?
I already made her clean the house and prepare the meal so that I don't have to do anything. Well, actually, we're just going to order from DoorDash. I already made sure that she cleaned the house.
Nothing, no cleaning, no
Nope, she already did it all.
washing of clothes.
Nope, she already did it all.
She's going to relax.
So she's pretty much going to do what she does every other day that she's off, which is more than what you'd think.
She's actually been playing Days Gone recently. She's probably going to play a bunch of Days Gone, relaxing with Jasper today. And I told her, you can have whatever you want for dinner. So this year, we already pre-ordered our favorite sushi place. During the break between streams, I'm going to go get the sushi. I'm actually driving there myself, going out of my way to pick it up and make sure.
Don't say going out of your way on your wife's birthday. Don't say, I would be so embarrassed and humiliated. He's making her sound like an absolute chore. Even if she is, okay, I don't know if she is. I don't know the woman. But even if she's a pain in the ass, don't say that on a live stream. Why? Why would you say that? Oh, I'm really going out of my way for this stupid fucking bitch. Happy birthday, I guess. Jesus Christ. You're going to pick up food. Sir, not move a fucking mountain. And I guarantee there's no housework to be done and no laundry because she did it all already. Fuck me sideways. What is the matter with you?
Sure we have it.
Again, even if she is just a fucking obnoxious pain in the ass, don't say it.
Here, fresh. I'm not even taking chances with it being delivered and somebody gets lost or drops it. I'm getting the dinner. Okay? So, you know,
I don't know. Mr. Toxic might think I'm a pain in the ass. I'm sure as a woman, I'm sure I probably am. But the thing about it is even though there are definitely times where I probably am, you don't say that. There's times when everyone is just like, ugh, you know, like just gets under your skin. Like no matter how much you love them, there are times where people just fucking irk your soul a little bit. But again, you don't let that stop you from, you know, being with them. Everyone's like that sometimes, but you don't say it publicly. I'm totally sure like there are plenty of times I'm feisty, okay? Quick wit and a sharper tongue. I'm positive I'm a pain in the ass to that man, but he would never say it, and he lets me know, but he would never say it in front of people. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Tell you about it probably either tonight or tomorrow. I'll tell you exactly, you know, what
or why not do what most people would do, cook their favorite. Well, because he's not going to do anything about it. Didn't you hear he's going out of his way to pick something up? God, what kind of a chore would cooking actually be?
in the dinner. But, you know, at this point I said, I'm taking charge of this. After last year, everything out of our control going wrong.
I'm taking charge by still leaving it up to somebody else to prepare my food. Big ups, King. We applaud you.
Have a nice relaxing day at home.
Bet she didn't get sex on her birthday. If I was married to this man, I wouldn't want it. I'd be like, I'm all set. Thank you very much.
And then I will be, you know, getting it everything myself. Make sure everything's good the way that it needs to be.
Getting it and everything? Oh, so did you make it? I doubt that.
Rather than, you know, everything getting fucked up like it did last year. So it's kind of like the polar opposite. Last year it was plan a million things and they all go wrong. This year.
Yeah, now you've taken that choice away from her. You've taken away that illusion of choice. And you've just convinced her that sitting home and doing nothing is what she really wants to do. Because that's really what you want to do, isn't it? I can tell that's what you want to do. Because you act like you're doing her a fucking favor by going and picking something up. Wow.
Just relax. have a nice relaxing day, and I'll take care of it. So there you go. Now, do I have to work today? Yeah. Does it kind of suck? Yeah. It is what it is.
Mind you, he didn't have to stream at all today if he really wanted to. Also, he could have just...
Yeah, he didn't take the day off, so he's made sure that she's just going to sit at home all day by herself. By herself.
Streamed once instead of twice. He has the flexibility to do that despite him claiming not to. He's his own boss.
We have our normal day off later in the week, Thursday, and that'll be our day to spend together. Sure, it's not exactly on the day of her birthday, but it's only a couple days later. It'll be fine. But for now...
So why couldn't you, if it's only a couple days and it's not a big deal, then in theory you could have not streamed today and then streamed that day. So, like, why can't we just do switchies?
Now she's going to get a nice birthday dinner today, which she deserves, okay? So, yes. And by the way, no, we're not going out for dinner. On purpose. We want no risk of... We don't want to go somewhere and the building burns down or...
Are you serious right now? We don't want to go out somewhere in case the building burns down. What? I've never walked into a place and gone, fuck me, I hope this fucking building doesn't burn down. God damn. What? This is anxiety and paranoia that's just like out of control. Like, this is like borderline clinical paranoia. I don't know why this video, he said the only one, this is from Robust Urban Garlic. This is the only clip that he could find.
Godzilla comes and stomps on it. Or, oh my God, the food is bad. No, that's why we're not going anywhere. I'm picking
that. Yeah, because that totally makes it more fun. Oh, we had a bad experience. We just won't go anywhere. That's totally not the definition of trauma.
Up the food, and we're having a nice dinner here together of what she loves. Okay.
We had this one bad experience, so we will forever let that change us.
So there you go. All right.
Well done. Catastrophizing shut-in. Well said.
So that's what we're doing today. And thank you already. A lot of people have wished Kat a happy birthday, and I really appreciate
I mean, you want to talk about a molehill into a mountain. Jesus Christ.
Appreciate that. I'll let her know that everyone is giving her well wishes today. And
could you give her some of your own? That might be nice.
It'll be a nice, relaxing day.
You know, it feels like every time Phil ventures into outer space, he can't handle it and he has to go back to Fraggle Rock, his snort fort, so to speak. What's so surprising is like DSP is like, oh, I have to control everything about Kat's birthday. Like, what does Kat want to do on her birthday, Phil? Maybe you should take that into consideration instead of you trying to control everything. Ever thought about that? Like,
well, see, he had such a bad experience. He didn't want to drive all over the place and his food was messed up and he got upset. So he's making her sit at home because he wants to sit at home. That's what that is. It didn't go perfectly exactly the way that he wanted it to. Oh, they would have had to wait at the restaurant. Oh, the Burger King was shitty, blah, blah, blah. So he's just taken all of that out of the equation.
I could not handle being with this man even just a day. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she stays with him. I can't. This is just so ridiculous. You know, it's funny, the diner that they like, it was never mentioned. Like, hey, at least...
Yeah, he never said anything about going to the diner. It was just, oh, we just gotta, we left at like around noon and we had to find something, quick. Also, we know that he wants dinner at 4 o'clock sharp. So if he had French fries at noon, he's starving to death by 4 o'clock? For fuck's sake.
Phil's going to get food this time, but he'll probably find a way to mess it up, because that's how Phil works. So yeah, the thing DSP loves about Kat's birthday the most is he gets to complain about it. And not necessarily her, just complaining about the stuff around them in general, because that's one of his favorite pastimes. So yeah, I imagine that
he really loves to bitch and moan and complain.
Even when he gets off stream, he complains all the time about stuff too. Maybe it's the detractors, maybe it's other things, but Phil is always vigilant about making sure that he has something to whine about, because that's how he operates. It's either pity me or praise me, and if you pity him, it better be money related. So open up those walls.
Even when you praise him, he wants it all really, in the big scheme of things, better be money related.
It's only iced coffee. So once again,
why does he eat dinner so early? From what I understand, it was because when he moved from Connecticut to Washington, obviously in Washington, if you eat at like 7 o'clock in Connecticut, it would actually be 4 o'clock. and he never made the adjustment. He still wanted to eat dinner when he was used to eating dinner. That just so happened to be 4 o'clock Pacific time, as opposed to 7 o'clock on in Eastern time.
And happy birthday to Cat Burn.
That's what I come to understand, is he never wanted to switch up his schedule.
Now, as we are surely all celebrating, Phil has his day off, so he is probably taking her on a romantic outing that we will hear about tomorrow. You know, it'd be awesome if he told this story again, because I would just be excited to hear how he would tell it differently. And like, is there going to be exaggerated more, or the details going to change? Because, you know, that's what happens with stories. Over time, they just change.
And happy birthday to you, King. Trust me, we're not getting Burger King this year. You guys know the infamous story what happened last year when we tried to have
oh my God, the neck phones. I almost forgot about the neck phones.
a nice day on her birthday, and how
Baby boy wants his foods when he wants his foods. Yeah, basically.
all went wrong. No, not this year. This year she's gonna get whatever she wants. Yeah, so last year I got a chicken sandwich at Burger King. It's supposed to be this hand-breaded chicken breast, and then depending on the version you get, if you get like the regular, it's like lettuce, tomato, mayo. But I got the spicy version, okay? They literally...
That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true, but that was just what I heard, was that he didn't, and I don't even remember if it was him that said it. So take this for what it's worth, which may or may not be very much, but he just couldn't, with how rigid this dude is, it seems like it would be plausible to me, but he wanted to eat when he wanted to eat.
No exaggeration. Completely doused the sandwich with sauce to the point where when you tried to take it out of the wrapper, the entire thing was just filled with sauce. The bun was completely soaked through with sauce. The entire thing was leaking sauce everywhere. It was completely inedible. You could, and the thing was, this of course was a year ago, COVID, they wouldn't even let you in the restaurant. So I'm trying to eat this in a car, and they give me 2 napkins to eat this sandwich with.
But if you know you're going to eat something in the car, then why would you get something with a lot of sauce on it? Personally, I wouldn't do that.
All right, so I have no utensils. I can't, you know, how am I supposed to eat it?
You're going to eat a chicken sandwich with a knife and a fork. Oh, yeah, he already said that. I'm stupid.
It was inedible. It was literally completely inedible. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life, that they treated it like that. They just didn't give a... It was just, oh, here's your sandwich. Squirting a pound of sauce on it and throwing it in the bag.
You're so dramatic. Like, I can't even deal with you.
Not giving 2 shits if you could even eat it or not. It was just completely disrespectful.
It was disrespectful. The way that they made his sandwich at Burger King. Y'all.
And it was my wife's birthday lunch. That's correct.
Yeah, but hers wasn't messed up, you asshole. You selfish asshole. Hers wasn't messed up.
My wife's birthday celebration lunch. It ruined everything for us. We were very upset.
It ruined everything for you. And then you bitched about it like a child, and then you ruined her fucking day. Burger King didn't ruin her fucking day. You ruined her fucking day, you selfish piece of shit. You.
Almost a year ago now. Almost 11 months ago, now that I think about it.
All right, everybody, thank you for watching. I will see you all next time. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know what you
talking all this shit. Surprised they didn't spit in your fucking food.
think about the Burger King chicken sandwich arc.
It shouldn't take too long. Oh, by the way, Alex for Phoenix, thank you for a $3 tip. He said it would be cool to have a Burger King crown as a hat goal. Sorry, the game sucks. I wouldn't want to wear a Burger.
Oh, surprising. Another game sucks. Anyway, this was a video again from Robust Urban Garlic. It's a really great channel. The guy does really, really great videos. I think he's funny. Very dry humor. And he doesn't like laugh when he says something funny. So, which I don't know, for some reason, I think that actually makes it funnier. But again, Robust Urban Garlic, if you're not sub to him, you really should, because it's a really good channel. So now back to our regularly scheduled programming. I figured that would have been
this was like
something, you know, gotta talk about it today. But now on to, if I can get my shit together here, which, you know, touch and go. We are going to get to Poorly Cooking with the King. And this one here is, I think this is the bacon grease in the toilet. This is the bacon, egg and cheese, Sammy's. So here we go.
What's up, everyone? It's DSP, and this is an unprecedented moment. I'm actually doing something that some people have asked for, probably just joking around, but I find myself doing it. It is the morning of the release of the Mass Effect 2 DLC, The Shadow Broker, as well as the new game Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. I am in turbo mode because if you can see over there on my TV, the DLC for Mass Effect 2 is downloading. It just became available at 7 a.m. On the East Coast of the United States. I'm downloading it and I am fucking starving. I was up all night playing a couple other games, and I am starving. So I got everything going here. What am I gonna do?
It pisses me off that the clocks are 4 minutes. It bothers me too. You're not alone in this. It drives me crazy, and I think they always are.
I'm gonna whip up a couple.
I'm sorry, did you say bacon grease in the toilet? I believe this is the one. So yeah, this is the one where he cooks the bacon and then pours the bacon grease in the toilet and flushes the toilet. So if you haven't seen these, when he was scrambling and didn't know what the fuck to do for money, he started doing a whole bunch of food shit. So he started this poorly cooking with the king. This is a long time ago.
Express mode bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches, which include 6 pieces of white bread, bacon, obviously. This is hardwood smoked bacon. Eggs, these are jumbo-sized white eggs. 2 frying pans. I have them both.
Yes, this is definitely before direct capture.
On the stove right now at just above medium strength temperature.
Is this? I don't even think Panda Lee is here yet. She is in some of these, although this is a playlist where none of the ones with her. I can't stand her. I'm sorry. None of the ones with her are in it.
Obviously, you must.
At least a decade ago, I think longer. 2010-ish, maybe, Glyphs?
Put on your fan on the top of your
I don't know everything about the lore because I don't need to know everything about the lore.
So whenever you're frying anything, don't turn that off because I learned the hard way. As soon as I moved in here,
maybe 2012-ish?
All the alarms went off, all the fire alarms, and it wasn't too pretty. So, what am I going to do? We're talking
712 and 707. Oh, that bothers me.
Jumbo egg, a couple slices of bacon per sandwich, obviously 2 pieces of bread, duh, and, American cheese, which I've also prepared. First thing you want to do, either butter your pans or spray them down. I don't have time to melt fucking butter. I'm in a hurry. I'm a gamer. So I spray my pans with
Don't have time to melt the butter. I don't have time for that. I'm a gamer.
this
I mean, if you already have your pan hot, it really wouldn't take that long, but okay.
Pam. I use the natural shit, the organic canola oil.
Yeah, that's the real natural shit right
the
there.
other stuff.
Here at Pam, we pride ourselves on picking our organic oils fresh off the oil tree.
Doesn't really matter, but alright, spray that shit, get the cap back on, get that shit out of the way. First thing you want to do when you're multitasking, as your pans are heating up, alright, cool. Your toaster's plugged in, let's get these bread toasting. Blow, blow. Let's get that to toast. It's toasting. Alright, you gotta wait for it to, you don't want to throw stuff on a cold pan. You want to wait for it to be at least warm, lukewarm. I'm warming it up right now. This is starting to feel pretty good, but honestly, the other day I fried some bacon. I threw it on there too early, and it took a long-ass time to cook. Oh yeah, when you're frying bacon,
who would have thought when the pan is cold, it'll take longer?
Key, put it on a plate, double coat it with paper towels. As soon as you slam the bacon down on there, when it's done, it's going to have a shitload of grease on it. You want it to absorb the grease. You don't want that grease to be all over the fucking place. The tools of the trade.
And in case I need to say it, don't do anything. This man does, in case I need to say it.
You need these guys, tongs, to be flipping your bacon. You need to be grab it from the end and flip it over when it's ready. Obviously, you need a spatula to be able to flip your eggs. Duh. Don't be an asshole. Don't try to flip your eggs with things that aren't a spatula, like a spoon. I've seen people try it with a fork. It doesn't work. You look
Never seen anyone try to flip an egg with a fork, but okie dokie.
stupid. Alright. So it's starting to warm up now. I think we're going to put the bacon down. Obviously, depending on what kind of bacon you have, different cooking times apply. This looks like a particularly fatty batch of bacon, which I'm kind of pissed off about because I didn't know that. Oh my god, the bacon's not even coming apart. Ugh. Ugh. That is really fatty bacon. Holy shit. Not too happy about that. Actually, because I just had a batch of center cut bacon. Center cut almost has no fat on it whatsoever. And this is the complete opposite. This is super fatty bacon right now. Ugh. I'm making 3 sandwiches, which means I probably want 2 to 3 pieces of bacon per sandwich. Being that this bacon is gigantic, I'll probably only try to do 2 pieces of bacon per sandwich, so 6.
I'm convinced at this point, because he's still in Connecticut at this point, I'm convinced that his mommy does grocery shopping. I'm not even convinced at this point he's buying his own groceries.
The biggest pan
Yeah, there is, I think in the next video, because this is the first episode, I think in the next one he's like, I got a different spatula because everyone was shitting on me about a fucking metal spatula, blah, 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 blah. So,
which is why I'm putting the bacon in it.
he does address it, but it's not in this video.
This is long bacon. I'm gonna need the
I guess as opposed to the short bacon, I'm very
maximum
confused.
cooking space. Now I'm really pissed because 2 pieces of bacon just stuck together, and that's like the death wish. Because you can never get 2 pieces of bacon to separate with one fucking hand. Come on, you son of a bitch.
You watch these videos back, and the reason why I've seen all these videos like a bunch of times, and I like watching them because I look at this stuff and I think, how has he never burned anything down, and how has he been able to keep himself alive?
I'll wiggle the shit out of that. Come on. I'm probably gonna have to put the camera up.
Oh, was his place right down the street from his folks in Connecticut? I mean, I really wouldn't be surprised, but...
Oh, wait, I almost got it. I got it. Good shit. So it's going to be cooked bacon. It's just not going to be pretty bacon because of what's going on. The bacon is sticking together. There's one here. Blah.
I don't understand why. Yeah, like just separate the bacon like beforehand. I don't know. There are some where he actually will put the camera on a tripod. So like, how does he serve? That's my question. Yeah, like how have you not either killed yourself from food poisoning? How can you feed yourself? And some of these are particularly like disgusting, like the fucking tuna soup. I'm not even gonna, I don't know if we'll make it there. And the one with the tacos. We'll get there.
You put it into position in the pan.
Some of this shit looks like salmonella, like it's awful.
So that obviously the bacon just barely touches on the edges. Let me move this one a little bit with the tongs so I don't burn my fucking hands off. I have room now for one more piece.
Well, now come on, Optimus. Why would you put the bacon in the bigger pan where you could put the eggs in the smaller pan? No, come on.
All right. Our bacon is sizzling.
Yeah, like 12 cups of mayo with 2 cans of tuna. Oh, that's probably the worst one, is that awful tuna he makes.
So our raw bacon, we'll get the fuck out of the way. How do you store raw bacon? You put it in a freezer bag and you put it back in your goddamn freezer. Don't try to refrigerate it because it will go bad unless you're going to cook it the next day. First batch of bread is
That's not necessarily accurate, but okay.
good. Pop in the next batch, toast it.
I don't buy bacon because I'm in the minority and I don't like bacon, so I don't know. I don't think it needs to be frozen about anything, but okay.
Now the toughest part is cracking the egg because I suck at cracking eggs, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to put the camera down for a second and throw the eggs into the frying pan here because I'm going to make a fucking huge mess. This I can guarantee that I will make a huge mess with these eggs if I don't do this. By now this pan is scorching hot.
We don't know. We can't see anything.
Yep, I fucked
It is so noisy.
up already. Bam. Come on. 2 eggs in the pan. 3rd egg is going now.
But he put the camera down for this, but not for the bacon. I just want to point that out. The camera got set down for the eggs, but not for the bacon.
How do you crack an egg? The easiest way to crack an egg, you slam it once against something. Cook them. I move them
You don't have to actually hit it on a corner against something. You can just hit it on a flat surface, just so
out
you
of the
know.
way of each other, first of all. I don't want them amalgamating into one big egg. There we go. Oh, my toast just popped.
Why are you making toast now? You'd want to make the toast at the end, but okay.
Which is fine. I'm going to let this fry. This egg got out of hand. There we go.
Blaming the egg.
You want to put them about roughly the same size. Alright, my toast popped. Get that toast out of there. Last set.
It's not even toast. I'm sorry, sir. Did you even...
The toast is now going in. Bam,
Okay.
bam. Toast. I have a really shitty toaster, by the way, so if your toaster actually works, you probably won't have these problems. My fucking toaster just does not want to work.
The toaster is a detractor, confirmed.
Jesus Christ. Looking like my third fucking sandwich. Oh, there we go. I finally got to stay down. Holy shit. Alright, so our bacon is looking
Doesn't know how to work his own fucking toaster.
horrible. Pretty much because I had to pull it with one fucking hand. But what are you gonna do? It is what it is. It's frying. It's cooking. It looks disgusting. It's all good. This bacon's almost ready to flip, but we'll leave it sit there for a second. These eggs, we are gonna flip soon. They're almost ready to flip. See, they're solid now. See, this is how you know when to flip your eggs. When they're solid, the yolk is still bright yellow, but they look like there's no more liquid on the top. That's when you flip them. So I'm gonna flip these now. Whoops. Oh,
Nice
that's a very
job.
sloppy flip.
Nice job.
Whoops. I broke the yolk on that one. That was a massive failure. Problem is I'm
Sure
trying to
was.
do it with one fucking hand. There we go. That was a clean flip. That's how you do it. And you immediately...
Well, why would you flip it and fling it into the side of the pan? Why are you going at it from the... I can't.
If you're going to put cheese on your eggs, you got to put it on right away. As soon as you flip an egg, put the cheese on. So I'm getting the cheese ready here. Stuck to my fucking hand, so that doesn't help. Throw that fucking cheese right on top. Sorry about the lens cap. Who cares? Oh, shit. Cheese is stuck. There's the cheese right there. All the bread is now done. I'm doing all this with one hand. So if I can cook these with one hand, you can fucking do it like a human with two hands. I'm ripping the cheese with one hand. So there you go, 3 eggs. Basically, 3 eggs over easy. All with the cheese, bacon cooking. Bacon's actually needs to be flipped right the fuck now. This one is all fucked up right now because I didn't flip it. That's gonna be burnt. Well, this is one-handed gamer cooking. This is what happens. Oh, that bacon's fucking destroyed. I can't believe how fatty this bacon is. It's in a sea of fucking fat, which is disgusting.
Gee, maybe because you sprayed the bottom of it with fucking Pam, dude.
Usually you want to buy better bacon than this. I had no idea this bacon was this bad. Like I said, the last batch I bought was center cut. I thought this was not this fucking bad. Ugh. Alright. So what we're going to do, I'm going to get our toast ready. Over here. We're going to have to start migrating the...
We're going to start migrating.
Start migrating the eggs over to the plate, which obviously...
You could bring the plate to the food. Bring the plate to the food, sir.
It's not big enough to hold 3 sandwiches, so I should have put 2 fucking plates down, but I'm not that smart.
Well, I mean, that's a fact. You could set the plate right all up in that area right there.
Alright.
Could put the plate right there. He's gonna carry the eggs across. You can see it dripping.
Egg number 1. Bam. Egg number 2. Sounds like Mass Effect just finished, the Mass Effect DLC. Bam. Hopefully those are still running. Egg number 3, they're probably not, which is going to piss me off. Eggs are on the sandwiches that quickly.
Burnt ass fucking eggs.
We're going to get the bacon the fuck out of the way here.
Yes, I've seen all these before.
Let's see. Look at this burnt ass fucking bacon. Before you ever take bacon off the plate, you have to shake it. You have to get the excess grease off of it.
You don't have to shake it. That's what the paper towels are for.
You slap it down on the plate, you slam it around a little bit. You flip it, you do the same thing on the paper towel. You slam it around a little bit. Bam. Well, I sound like fucking Emerald. I'm an asshole. That's right. You talk with an accent and you say sound effects, and that's how you sell fucking cooking equipment. All right. This piece barely cooked because it must have been on the edge of the pan, so that's gonna go right there in the middle.
Well, your pan, the back of your pan isn't on the burner, sir. Sir?
I'm actually gonna migrate these over here.
A lot of migrating happening.
So while those finish up,
You could just pull your pan a little bit forward and the heat would get...
do not leave a pan on if there's nothing cooking. I'm turning that off right now. I turned it off.
It should have been turned off before you went to the bacon, but okay.
You can leave that pan on the stove, but don't leave fucking pans on cooking. Trust me. I've walked up 2 hours later to see, oh shit, my stove is still on. I'm an asshole. I could have burnt the fucking place down.
How he hasn't was nothing short of a miracle. 19 minutes too, by the way, the video, just shy of 19 minutes to fry 3 eggs and cook some bacon and make some toast.
All right. The bacon, as you can see, is going apeshit right now. That's because one side was cooked, the other side was cold because I hadn't had it in an area where it could cook, and also there's a shitload of grease in this pan right now. But as you see, look, this bacon looks cooked now. It's pretty nasty looking. It's not exactly the prettiest bacon on the planet, but it'll do. Alright, so we're going to take this guy out. He's done. He's a little bit more soft than the other one. And keep in mind, if you weren't cooking with one hand, this bacon would look beautiful. It'd be nice thin strips. I separated it with one hand and it gave me problems, so it looks horrible. Alright. Now, here's the thing. Your food's done. Your food's cooked, right? These are the tips no one's going to tell you.
And don't listen to any of them. That's why no one's going to tell you any of these things, because they're probably wrong.
Your food's cooked, you turn everything off. Bacon grease. What the fuck do you do with it?
So if you've never seen this, here's what you do with bacon grease, apparently.
Well, there's several options. You can put it in a jar. You can put it into another container. Whatever you do, if you're going to put it in a jar, it has to be put into a glass jar. Do not put it into plastic or styrofoam. I've seen idiots put this into plastic and styrofoam and it fucking melts right through and you look like a moron. If you put it in a glass jar, you can store it for a while and use it for other things. The most common thing that people do, I'm going to be honest with you, they either pour it down their kitchen sink, which is a bad move because the kitchen sink clogs all the time, or the other thing that I see people do, which I'm going to do because unfortunately there's nothing else I could do with this, this is going to go down the pooper. So yeah. This is going to go right down the shitter, which is going to be disgusting, but what can you do? As long as you know that you're not doing this, 10 times a day, it's not going to clog up a pipe. Safest thing to do with bacon grease. Oh yeah! Hot fucking potatoes. Oh yeah, look at that shit in my trash. Oh, that looks delightful, doesn't it? Now, the other thing.
Ugh. Oh my God. Silent Weapons, thank you for the 5. Dr. Seuss cooking green begs and scam. Oh, that's funny as fuck. Thank you, honey. I appreciate you.
A lot of people say, oh.
Yeah, this is how you don't adult. Yeah, don't do any of this.
Oh, I don't like frying because when I fry, I can't clean the pan. Well, that's because you're an idiot.
Yeah, somebody else is an idiot, right?
Whenever you're done with grease like this, you immediately
all the magazines in the bathroom. That's how you know that he really takes taking a shit seriously.
Put something in the pan to separate the grease from the pan. So immediately get that pan cooled down. Immediately, I'm not gonna say cool down, but I'm putting hot water in it, by the way. Do not ever put like super ice cold water in a really super hot pan.
Yeah, don't do any of this. Just leave the fucking pan alone. Don't put any water in it. The grease is still gonna be greasy. Angry Monkey, thank you for the 2. That plumber would be that plumber would be so happy to fix that toilet. Digital Melanin, thanks for the 5, honey. This is why his toilet doesn't work in the Snort Fort 2.0. I don't know what he did the fucking one in the current Snort Fort.
Where I live, the climate is temperate, but if you live in like a cold...
See, because he's got Mommy 2.0 now, so he doesn't cook.
Cold or hot area, you might break the fucking pan. But anyway, fill the pan with water, get the soap in there right away. It separates the grease from the pan, so later on when you go to clean the pan, it's a lot easier. I have a dishwasher.
It's not that hard to clean a pan with that had like bacon grease in it, but okay, that's fine.
And unfortunately, it does not clean these pans very well. From experience, I can tell you that. Now,
if you were proficient at washing dishes, you actually wouldn't need a dishwasher, but that's okay.
the biggest problem with my eggs, I can tell you right now, is because I was cooking with one hand, I wasn't able to multitask, and the cheese has burned on the edges. Now, it's not the eggs, the cheese burned on the edges. The eggs look actually fine. So to finish the plate, obviously, this is a hot pan as well. Later on, you can wash this normally. There's no grease in the egg pan usually, especially if you put something down on it. The bacon, as soon as I'm done making the sandwiches, I'm going to put that in this freezer bag, and I'm going to get it into the freezer immediately.
It should already be back in the fridge, but okay.
But to finish the sandwiches, just for, cook's sake, we're going to put 2 pieces of bacon on each sandwich. The bacon is nice and crispy. You can cook the bacon however you like. Some people like crispy bacon, some people like rubbery bacon. I guess these days I do prefer crispy bacon. When I was a kid, I liked rubbery bacon, but what I find, a little piece fell off. What I find is the older I got, the more you cook things, depending on what it is, sometimes it's tastier. Bacon can be tastier when it's rubbery, however, being that... Oh, my fucking bread just hit the floor. God damn it. That's a cooking faux pas. You can't have bread on the goddamn floor. At least I know my floor is clean so I can pick the bread up. With bacon, anyway, raw bacon...
Positive that floor is not clean. Repeat. I'm sorry for the smacking. He usually doesn't eat anything when he's making these. That's why I wanted to watch these, because then you wouldn't hear him eat. He's just cooking. I'm really sorry.
Sometimes does not taste that good. It depends on what kind of bacon you're eating.
Oh yeah, so that floor bread went right back on that Sammy.
This is hardwood smoked.
Yep, that bread went right back on that Sammy.
It's actually pretty tasty. Damn, just that one little piece I grabbed. Once you get bacon, egg, and cheese like this, you want to flatten the sandwich.
Don't ever do that.
And that's pretty much it. Within 17 minutes, I made 3 bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches and pretty much have cleaned up most of the mess. The only other thing, obviously, this is disgusting. You're going to have excess grease and whatever on that plate. Your stove's going to be a mess. But what can you do? I'm going to throw that in the fridge right now. And then I'm pretty much set. I'm going to devour these sandwiches and jump right into the Mass Effect 2 DLC. So, that was DSP's one-handed cooking, gamer food. This is going to fuel me through the Mass Effect 2 DLC and until I go pick up Spider-Man and start playing it, probably through that. So, this is one of the 1.5 meals I'll actually eat today, which is why it's 5 billion calories. I'm sure everyone's going to say, oh my god, bacon and cheese and eggs. Yeah, well... When you don't want to go out to eat and you don't have time to cook yourself 10 meals a day, this is what you deal with, so...
I don't know who's eating 10 meals a day, but okay, that's fine, I guess. Rothgar, thanks for the 2, honey. I appreciate you. Fighting against the toaster's safety features.
Oh. All right.
This thing doesn't need to cool down. Just keep toasting.
This is it. Bacon, egg, and cheese. Super simple. Usually I do a little bit more than this, by the way. But I have 2 hands to work with this, and I'm not worrying about the camera. I do put salt and pepper. Usually I don't use bread. Usually I put it on bagels.
You need 2 hands for salt and pepper? Do you need to hold both the shakers at once?
And stuff like that. There's different things you can do, but I haven't had time to do that. Obviously, I'm turboing through this, but all right.
Yeah, that's why it took me a half an hour to make 3 sandwiches, because I'm turboing through it.
So, my first video of this style, and send me your negative comments. Thanks. What's up, everyone? It's DSP, and
I think this is more breakfast. The guy's obsessed with breakfast. Oh yeah, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. So
Welcome to episode 2 of, I guess, what we can call Cooking with the King. I am starving. It is, as you can see right over here on my stove, 4 a.m. I have insomnia right now. I fell asleep and I woke up about an hour ago and I am ridiculously hungry and I don't want to eat anything that's going to make me throw up or anything like that, you know? I don't want to eat any junk food, but I can't fall back asleep. So I'm going to make breakfast. And it makes sense. Make breakfast and maybe sleep for an hour or two and then get up. So what am I going to make? Today I'm going to make scrambled eggs with cheese and seasoning, and I'm also going to make some sausage. Not fresh sausage. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but what they had on sale at the supermarket this week, they actually had frozen sausage. And frozen sausage, it's not the best. I mean, let me show you. It's not exactly the best thing ever, but it's still delicious if you cook it properly. Usually I nuke it, but since I'm already going to take the time to make homemade scrambled eggs, I've decided to make it in the pan as well and see if it tastes any better. And I guess this will be a good opportunity for me to judge whether or not it's worth it to make this sausage in the pan, or if I should just make it in the microwave from now on. So what are your ingredients that you need if you're going to make homemade scrambled eggs? Let me show you here. I'll run through it. You've got, first of all, a bowl. A bowl is one of the most important things. You need to beat the eggs into it. Salt and pepper. To season, you need a whisk. Now, you don't necessarily need a whisk, but you could also use a spoon or a fork, depending on how adept you are at doing this. I just use a whisk because I suck at it. Some Pam, or you don't need Pam, obviously. It's like we talked about last time when we made the bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches. You can use butter, but I don't have time to melt butter, so I just sprayed the pan with that.
oof, those moobs in full effect. Oof, the chins are working, the moobs are working. Oof.
Milk. I use Lactaid because I'm actually half lactose intolerant.
Oh yeah, he's half lactose intolerant. I forgot. Yeah, this is where I think he says something about the metal spatula. It might be this one.
If I drink real milk or, eat real cheese, a lot of the times I end up being very gassy. So Lactaid. I've got some shredded cheddar here. That'll be the cheese that we're going to put into it. Jumbo white eggs doesn't obviously...
Lactaid milk, but regular cheese. Like I can't.
If you're doing this, it doesn't have to be jumbo white. It could be any kind of eggs, but as we talked about last time, I do enjoy the jumbo white. You need one frying pan for the scrambled eggs. I have another frying pan there for the sausage, which we're going to attempt. A plate to put everything on when it's done, but some foil because for the sausage, and we'll talk about this in detail, but for this sausage, basically what they're requiring you to do is they want you to, we're going to make 3 sausage, 3 links. It says to put them in the pan, put 3 tablespoons of water into the pan, and then cover the pan for about 7 minutes. So basically, let it fry in its own juices for about 7 minutes. Then uncover it, and then let the water evaporate for 2 to 4 minutes until the links turn brown. In my opinion, I think that the water is going to disappear before then, but that's just my guess. So what do I have over here? I also have tin foil because what this is saying is you should put the sausage into a skillet with a top. Well, I don't have a skillet with a top. I'm sorry. I moved in here a year ago. I'm not a culinary chef. I don't have 100 fucking pans for everything. I have a bunch of frying pans, so...
Then you do have a bunch of pans. It's apparently lids that are the problem.
I'm just going to put it in there with some foil on top, and we're going to simulate a skillet with a top. And that's about it. The only thing I'm going to say is before you start, you probably wouldn't want to get a beverage, so I'm going to go get some orange juice right now, because once we start, I'm probably going to have a dry mouth, especially because I'll be talking the whole time. And the last thing you want to do is try to finish a meal in a hurry when you're thirsty, because then you're going to fuck it all up. So I'm just going to pour myself a glass of orange juice. I don't really prefer any type of orange juice over another.
Yeah, you do. I think it's called a screwdriver.
Sometimes I like pulp, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I like, the one that's fortified with vitamins and minerals. Sometimes I don't. I think today I have the calcium-enriched Florida's Natural with no pulp. Woohoo.
Yeah, but probably a lot of vodka.
Okay. So here we go. Let's get this bitch started. So the first thing we're going to do, before we cook anything, like I said before, you got to turn on your fan. Last thing you want to do is...
And he's clearly still just as long-winded because we're nearly 5 minutes into this and he's done nothing.
start cooking without turning your...
So the long-windedness is not new.
Your stovetop fan on. If you don't have one, I recommend that obviously you find a way to aerate your kitchen. You don't want your kitchen to go up in smoke per se and have your alarm go off, your fire alarm. That happened to me.
Nothing he's cooking here today should be smoking. You don't need a fan. You don't need your exhaust fan for that.
The very first time I cooked here and I looked like an asshole. So what am I going to do? I'm going to come over here. I'm going to turn both of my frying pans onto medium heat, which is just the bottom setting. I have an electric stove, by the way. Some people asked that last time. It is electric. It's not gas. But they're pretty much the same. Turn them on medium heat. Every stove has a medium setting.
They are pretty much the same, sir. Don't ever say that to me again. No, don't ever, no.
We're going to go ahead and for the scrambled eggs, we're going to spray the pan with the Pam so that the eggs don't stick. Now, in preparation for what we're doing, if you read the sausage, I believe the sausage says, place links in an unheated skillet. So I already fucked up. I apologize, it's the first time I'm ever cooking this sausage. So, unheated skillet. We're going to put 2 to 3 links in there. By the way, this is pre-cooked as well. It's fully cooked sausage, so it's not like I have raw meat on my hand or anything like that. Maybe we'll do 3 to 4. Let's actually we'll do 4 links. Why not? Again, it's not every day that I cook for myself and I eat like this. So 4 links, and it actually says 3 tablespoons of water. 1, 2, 3, and if you're a gamer,
Right, electric and gas, pretty much the exact same thing.
you probably have that kind of hand-eye coordination that you're not going to spill the water all over the place. If you're not, well, I can't help you. That's what you get for tweaking your whole life. You spill that shit all over between the between the sink and the stove. Alright, what is the next instruction here? It says, cover and heat over medium heat for 7 minutes, then uncover, let the water evaporate, and cook another 2 to 4 minutes, and the links will brown. So, we're going to cover this with our tin foil. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're simulating as if we were putting a top on this. So obviously it's not going to be perfect. But what we're going to do, we're going to turn it on medium heat, and then we're going to go ahead and do our timer for 7 minutes. So in 7 minutes, in 7 minutes we have to remember to remove that, and then cook it for another couple minutes till the water's gone, and then those are ready. I'm going to actually do one more thing, which I didn't do. I'm going to grab my tongs, which I used in my last video, to flip the sausage and try to make it golden brown on all sides, so I'll get that ready. So we're done with the tin foil. Alright, so now, scrambled eggs, what do you do? This is already getting very hot. Scrambled eggs, you can take 2 to 3 eggs, and what you're basically going to do is this. You're going to take these eggs, you're going to put them into a ball, you're going to crack them into the ball, and you're going to add a couple ingredients. So you're going to add things like milk, a little bit of milk, salt, pepper. You're going to beat these eggs, and the goal here is to try to get the eggs to look consistent. So make them look consistently yellow, make it look like a yellow goop. And once you do that, and once your pan's hot enough, which it is already, you pour that in here, and then we're basically going to...
I don't believe Panda Lee is here in these videos. She is in some of them, but funny enough, in this playlist here, I think there's like 9 episodes, she's not in any of them.
Fry it, and I'm going to show you how to fry the eggs properly so that they come out nice and fluffy. So
he is really telling you how to scramble eggs, and then I want you to actually look at how he scrambles and cooks these eggs, because, oh boy, it's rough.
We're going to crack ourselves some eggs. There's many, shit all over this egg. It's disgusting. What the hell is that? I don't even know.
Big ups, Natural Born Collector. What's going on, honey?
It's the cracking eggs. I just give it one smash, and then I just open the egg into whatever I'm doing. Very simple. So do all three like that. That usually prevents a mess.
You don't have to crack it. Like, why are you like going all the way over to the stove? Just crack it right next to you.
Sometimes it's a little bit trickier since the shell doesn't want to open. The key here with scrambled eggs, you don't want to get your eggshell pieces into your bowl. That's the last.
Right. You don't want eggshell in the scrambled eggs. That's not cool.
If you get eggshell pieces into the bowl, it's not going to work. It's going to be disgusting. Shit. There we go. So we got 3 eggs there. We're going to go ahead, we're going to put a little bit of milk. I'm actually going to wipe off my hands because they're getting sticky. A little bit of milk. It doesn't have to be too much. Say that much right there. Get the milk back in the fridge. And that's to your liking. Some people like a lot of milk, some people like a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and just season it a little bit, put a little bit of salt in there.
It's his cracking stove.
A little bit of
That's
pepper
funny
in
as
there
fuck.
just to start. And now we're going to beat these eggs. Okay?
So I want you to watch how he does this. Clearly there is too much in that teeny fucking bowl that he has. So this is just, ooh, some of this is the most dented fucking hella 220 shit. And this shit drives me nuts.
Be careful. You don't want to beat them too much or else you're going to end up basically with shit all over your counter. There's no real
He means egg. He says shell. He's probably drunk.
technique to doing it. You're basically just mashing the yolks with the whisk. If you had a bigger bowl, you could do this a lot easier. But I don't have a bigger bowl. This is the only bowl I have. So all I'm doing...
This is the only bowl I have. That's because everyone uses a fork because we're human. Everyone just uses a fork. So he just starts stabbing at it.
Now is I'm mashing everything and trying to make it into a consistent kind of a glob here. As you see, as I do this, it's becoming more yellow and more yellow. And it's becoming more consistent. That's basically the yolk is merging with the other ingredients to become a more consistent color. And we're almost there actually. You can see there is some yolk separated there, which is disgusting, but what are you gonna do? That's scrambled eggs. That pan is very hot. In fact, I've overheated the pan, so I'm wondering how this is gonna, the eggs are probably gonna cook way too fast. I'm gonna lower this a little bit and give it a second because usually I'm not cooking the sausage at the same time, so. Alright, as you can see, it's almost a perfect yellow now. It's almost a uniform yellow throughout the liquid that we have in our bowl here. So I'm just about to pour this in here. Oh, one thing you do need is a spatula. And as you saw, that was already on my stove. I apologize that I did not mention that. I hope you watched the whole video before you try to cook this because obviously you're going to get fucked if you don't because I'm stupid. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to pour this in. Okay. Now, what do you do?
It's not just you, Jerry. I think we're all pissed off.
Your goal is to basically make sure that none of the egg overcooks. And when I
As you just heard it like sizzle when it hit that pan.
say that, I mean, this egg's gonna cook very fast, surprisingly
Toxi, why have you done this? I don't make my eggs like that. The fuck are you talking about? I don't do this.
fast, actually. And you're gonna say, why is it cooking so fast? It's because it's actually pretty thin. So what you take your spatula, and you're gonna go around the edges of the egg.
Okay, this must not be the one. There's one where he gets scolded about the fucking metal spatula. This must not be it. Or I don't know, maybe it
And
is.
you're gonna constantly just keep moving those edges in. And as you see, those edges have already started to solidify. And as those edges solidify, that's when your egg is gonna start to become fluffy.
Now I understand the dent culture. It starts from the top.
Now, once you probably get your pan halfway solid is when you're going to want to start adding other ingredients. In this case, all I have is cheese. But I've had times where I've added other things like tomatoes, I've added peppers. I don't have any of that today. So I'm doing pretty basic scrambled eggs here. We're going to go ahead and add some cheese. Just a shredded cheddar. Go ahead and
Because he's half lactose intolerant, so he uses the lactate milk, but the real cheese there.
sprinkle it all over.
I guess it all must even itself out, and then he doesn't have crippling diarrhea all day.
Try to get it added in there. A little bit more here. Looks like the sausage is almost done. I can hear it sizzling.
I think it's the omelet video. It might be. He does like 5 breakfast videos. I'm sorry that this is another one.
So we're going to go ahead and keep doing what we're doing. As you can see, the eggs
We actually really can't see because your arm's in the way, but okay.
are changing consistency very rapidly. They're very fluffy now.
Eggs don't take very long to cook, sir.
Very different than how they had started. Which means they're almost done. Now, again,
Kind of off topic, do you do voice work? I do, yes. I talk for a living. When I first heard you, I thought this was an AI voice. No, this is me.
just like with
Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
eggs over easy, which is
I actually work on a real robot AI voice.
basically what I used to make the bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches, you can have different kinds of scrambled eggs. Some people like them super fluffy, which they are right now. And you say, okay, they're super fluffy, they're a little bit runny, but they're done. Some people like them cooked a little bit more than this. I'm almost done. I actually do like my eggs a little bit runny.
Ugh, God, the edges of that pan.
So I'm almost done here. A little bit more. And I'm going to call it a day. Start
Ugh.
working on that sausage, which is almost done. Alright, so that's it. Got my pan of scrambled eggs. I'm going to go ahead and toss that on the plate over here.
Oh, the scraping. Oh, God.
Just using the spatula to scrape it off.
Oh,
Pretty steaming hot, but it smells delicious. And now that we're down to 30 seconds, get my seasonings out of the way. Also get my cheese out of the way. I'm curious to see how our sausage did, because again, this is the first time that I'm cooking sausage like that in the pan. Usually I cook it in the microwave. I cannot tell if this cheese is sealed. It is, okay. Cheese is back.
couldn't tell if the cheese bag was sealed.
Fridge.
Oh, Jesus, that stove.
Alright.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This shit is terrible.
Yeah, until the water's gone. Well, the water is long gone. So obviously this bootleg recipe of cooking this sausage was not exactly ideal. That sausage is burnt to hell on that one side, but I'm going to cook it a little bit more to try to get it more even throughout. That kind of sucks. Man, it smells really good though. The honest truth is the sausage smells really good. I don't know if you can see it from how far it is, but it is pretty thoroughly burnt on that one fucking side. Look at that. Oops. My mistake.
At least it's on the tripod this time, so you don't get him, like, swaying and, like, flailing around.
Woo! And everything it touches is actually starting to cook super fast. So this sausage is pretty much done. I'm just going to roll it around a little bit more. Just try to get more heat throughout. It's almost done. I have no idea. I somehow ended up with 2 plates. I didn't mean to do that. You only need 1 plate for this. This way.
I'm actually surprised he has more than 1 plate.
Alright, so we're going to take it off. When you're done, you turn your heat off, like I said last time. Woo! Turn our burner off. And just like I recommended last time, what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to immediately get those pans into the sink and get some water and get some soap into them. Ooh.
Oh.
A little
Don't
bit
do
of
that
grease
to
there
your
from the sausage, but
pans.
nowhere near as much as with that bacon that we cooked last time.
Ooh.
Like I said last time, a little bit of soap. Basically, just get these suckers filled up with
Look at the soap. The soap is, like, bubbling
hot
in
water
the
and
pan.
soap right off the bat, and that way they will already start to break down
Ugh.
all of the grease and mess that's inside of them rather than
Yeah, everybody back off. This one's married.
stirring the cake to the pan, which is the common mistake. Most people don't do that. They just throw the pans into the sink, not thinking about putting anything into the pans, and then all that grease gets stuck to the pans, and it ends up taking forever to clean them later on. So that's pretty much it. We're pretty much done. Put those tongs in there as well.
Oh,
Just used to put water in the pan. I just put that back into the drawer. That's right. You need a fork to eat, don't you? So here
I really wouldn't be surprised if you just gobbled it up with your hands. Why is your water still running?
we are. They're still steaming hot. Nice, fluffy.
Is it any wonder who wouldn't want this stud?
A little bit gooey, which I like. I like them a little bit gooey. Scrambled eggs
Don't say gooey.
with cheddar cheese, with a little bit of salt and pepper in there.
They're kind of funny. They're really gross, and you can watch him cook, which I think is interesting, but sometimes he'll like take a bite of it, but you don't have to deal with him eating, which I think a lot of people really appreciate.
And some links. Again, you can cook those links in the microwave because those were the fully cooked links. If I had the other, if I had real links, like fresh links, then we would have went through how to cook them, but I didn't have those on hand. I had bought the ones that were on sale. Those were the
Mommy bought the cheapies for me.
fully cooked. So there you have it. That's a very basic breakfast dish. You could
Yeah, it sure the fuck is.
probably cook it in about 10 to 15 minutes. It's not time consuming. And that's it for episode 2 of Cooking
Salt, pepper, sir?
with the King.
Okay, so here we got episode 3.
What's up, everyone? It's
He's gonna make some burgers.
DSP, and welcome to episode 3 of the series that is already way too long to be a joke, yet I still consider it a joke.
Well, you drag every joke, 18 years after it's
Cooking with
fucking
the
dead.
King. It is dinner time. It is 7:30 at night. I am starving. I should have eaten an
Wow, I'm sorry. He's still in Connecticut. I was like, wow, dinner at 7:30. No, it's because he is in Connecticut. Okay.
hour ago, but I was busy making a channel update video, and so now I need to get something together, and I want something big, something that's going to fill me. Actually, I had a very quick lunch today, very small one, so I am really hungry. This is going to be my primary meal for the day, so I'm going to whip together some burgers. And there's 100 different ways to make burgers. Here, hold on a second. I'm actually going to go to my fridge while I just leave this camera here recording for a second. There's 100 billion different ways you can make burgers. I mean, I've seen people who go the traditional route where, it's just ketchup and cheese. I am going to make cheeseburgers, by the way, because that is more American than just a hamburger.
It's a lot of red meat for someone with gout. I don't think he has the gout yet. Has the gout started? I don't even think it has.
I've seen
To be fair, 3 episodes of Phil doing anything is way too long. I agree.
people who go crazy.
These are kind of, I don't know what it is about these. I just find them, I don't know, whimsical. Just, it's watching, because he won't show you anything that he does now. And I get it, granted, this was a long time ago, but I just really, this is probably going to make me sound fucked up, but I don't fucking care. It really does show you, it gives you a taste of how inept he is, especially if you're fairly new to the Snortex. It shows you that, that she does all the cooking. You know that she does all of this stuff because the man can't fry an egg. He can't scramble an egg. Wait till you see the burgers. If you haven't even seen this yet, wait.
Ways and just what you put jalapenos and onion rings and things on their burger. I don't go that extensive, but I do like to mix it up a little bit. So what are we gonna do to start out with?
It had a little charm, at least. It actually kind of did. He's not bitching and moaning and complaining and everything isn't awful and terrible. You can tell that there's I don't want to say a lot of passion, but there is some passion here. He's a little bit interested in this point at making content and trying to do something interesting. I don't know. There is something to be said for some of his older videos. I'm certainly not going to say that they're good, although in all fairness, I've watched these a few times. So this is back when he still had a soul. Right. I don't think that he's yet hooked on WWE champions at this point. I think he's drinking, but I don't know how bad it is necessarily. I don't know. There's something about these videos that I don't know. It's better than when he sits there and he does like his podcasts, quote unquote, and shit, you know, like he does now. It's so clear that like he's so broken. He's so broken and he's so defeated and he's so, I don't know. It's very, very sad.
With our burgers. Now, if I had 100, hours to make the food, I would have.
I don't think you need 100 hours. Let's not be so dramatic, sir.
Nice fresh ground beef. But let's face it, after I cook
So what kind of burgers is he gonna use?
bacon, I don't even know enough to wash my fucking hands. So if I was gonna make ground beef, I'd probably kill myself. So what I do usually when I do make burgers at home, I buy some kind of a patty from the store, and don't get the generic brand. If you're gonna get something, this is actually a local market store that I have, and their stuff's really good.
But don't buy the generic. But I have the generic.
Actually, this kind of burger and also Bubba Burgers. I've had Bubba Burgers before, and Bubba Burgers are really good. The problem with Bubba Burgers is they're a little bit harder to cook than these. It's hard to judge when they're going to be ready. These usually, they're very easy to cook. In fact, this has an 8-minute time limit where you just cook it 2 minutes on each side and flip it, and it's done. And it's not so overdone that it's dry, but it's just good enough that it's juicy. I actually got the ones that have Vidalia onion pieces inside of them, which are absolutely delicious. But you can get different ones. Like sometimes you can get ones with cheese already in the burger, which I think is gross. But you can get ones with bacon bits and things like that. I don't go too crazy, but anyway, here we go. 2 third-pound burgers. They're not even going to be close to being a third pound once they're cooked because they lose so much from the fat. So anyway, they're frozen burgers. The first thing we're going to do, as we've talked about before, let me position this camera. I can't really see where it's pointing. We're going to use Pam on a frying pan. Now, the thing about this frying pan is a little bit special. It's kind of like a griddle pan. It's flat, and it's square, and it has these ridges. So you're going to get those sear marks on your burgers when you cook it on here. I actually do have a panini grill over there, and I've heard you can cook burgers really well on it. I haven't tried it yet. I might try it at some point, but I'm hungry now. I don't want to experiment. I'm making a video.
I'm hungry now. I don't want to experiment.
I have to make sure that the food comes out well. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to spray down my cool pan with the Pam, like I always do. I say you can use oil, you can use butter, but I just go ahead and I use the sprayable Pam. I'm going to turn it on to my burner on medium here. Now, the problem that you're going to find when you get frozen burgers often is they freeze together. And it's a pain in the ass because, especially if you didn't cook them right away, they're like a rock. So what I usually do, and unfortunately I don't have a lot of room here today because I have so many ingredients laid out, but you got to separate these guys, and usually a metal spatula does the trick. Shit, I really have nowhere to do this. Now, let's move my bread a little bit here. And maybe try to separate it on a plate. As you can see, these have been frozen for quite a while, but usually you can get away with it as long as you do keep them fully frozen. Yeah, they are really fucking stuck together. Holy shit.
Oh my god, this is so sad.
There we go. I got them separated. So, you got your separated frozen burgers. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put them on plastic so that way you don't say, oh my god, he's putting raw meat on the plate right next to the buns. So what we're going to have to do here...
Well, you did, though.
We're going to wait for this to heat up a little bit.
I mean,
but what ingredients
frozen.
am I going to use? Well, I'm actually going to make 2 different
So I have, like, multiple concerns here.
burgers. I'm going to do a more American traditional style, and I'm going to do a barbecue Texas style. So what we've got here are various ingredients. You've got pre-shredded lettuce, which actually was on sale. It's the only reason I
Look at that shit. Look at that. Whew.
have it, or else I just buy a head of lettuce. Usually I would use fresh bacon, but they had a sale on pre-cooked bacon, which is
Frozen burgers, a bag of lettuce.
pretty cool if you're making like quick dishes or salads or something like this. In this case, I'm going to use this just for the sake of getting rid of it because it's about to expire and I don't want to have this shit lying around and I don't want to waste it either. So I'm going to use this on one of the burgers. 2 pieces of mild cheddar cheese. Cheddar cheese is always better than regular cheese, that's for sure. 2 buns, and you could use any kind of bun. You might find it a little bit hard to find a bun big enough for a big burger like that. I usually like a bun with a lot of sesame seeds on it. So it's just pretty standard white bread buns. You got your mayo, you got your ketchup, you got some Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce, which is my favorite barbecue sauce. I think it's absolutely
This man's never bought a head of lettuce. He has not.
delicious. You've got some classic bread and butter chips. You gotta get bread and butter chips for burgers. A lot of people like the dill on burgers. I don't. I like the bread and butter because they're sweeter. I just think they go better with beef.
I think regular cheese to this guy is like the Kraft, like individually wrapped singles. I think that's what he means.
And that's pretty much
Because when he did the eggs, he had the Kraft singles.
it. Those are our main ingredients, and from that we're gonna make 2 completely different style burgers. One, excuse me, I'm choking on nothing. One that's way more traditional, and one that's gonna be, like I said, more of like a Texas barbecue style. So.
Oh, and yeah, we haven't even talked about this yet. Real plates, real silverware.
We're gonna start cooking these burgers momentarily. Let me see if the pan is hot. The pan is getting warm. So here's what you do. These particular burgers, like I said, these are 8-minute burgers, meaning you cook them 2 minutes on each side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put those burgers in the pan. Now I'm gonna separate them at an angle here. So basically they're like one in each corner of the pan. Put it back down on the fire here, even though it's not real fire, it's electricity. And I'm gonna
Or you could put them both more towards the middle of the pan where it will be actually hot.
my timer, sorry.
Sir?
It's gonna be a pain in the ass to keep moving this back and forth. I'm gonna set my timer for 2 minutes. Because in 2 minutes I'm gonna wanna flip these guys. I'm also gonna turn on my fan like I've recommended before. Whenever you're cooking, you definitely wanna have the fan on because any steam or whatever that comes out, you don't want it to go ape shit. So while those
Steam actually won't kill you. It's okay.
are starting to cook, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cook some bacon. And since this is microwave bacon, like I said, pre-cooked bacon. It's not fresh bacon, unfortunately, but I need to get rid of this bacon, so I figure we'll throw down a couple strips here. Maybe 3 strips, because that's the whole layer here. And we're going to use that on one of our burgers. The rest I'll put back in the fridge.
I thought you said it was about to expire.
Now the bacon's going to vary on cooking time. To be honest, I don't even know how long I'm supposed to cook 3 strips. This is pre-cooked bacon, like I said, so please don't give me any pain in the ass about touching the bacon. I will wash my hands in a second, but I'm going to get this in the microwave going.
You're the one who's going to get sick, not us, so...
Probably for about,
Touch and do whatever you want. Stick your hand up your ass and then, like, touch bacon with it. I don't care.
I don't know. Let's try.
You're not in my kitchen fucking up all of my stuff.
40 seconds and we'll see how that goes. So we got the burgers cooking, we got that microwave going. I'm gonna wash off my hands. Okay. Looks like 2 minutes is already almost up on the burgers. What we're going to do, to actually specific to the instructions of these particular hamburgers, is you do want to press them. Some burgers, they tell you don't press them, you'll lose the juice. But for these burgers, they've been specially designed. They actually have these grooves and patterns in them where if you push them down, you actually will get most of the fatty juices out and you'll get a better burger. So let's zoom in a little bit here. And so what I'm going to do, time's almost up. I'm going to go ahead and push the burger down. As you can see, immediately some fatty juices come out. I don't know how well you can see on this burger because I know it's on the close end here. But look at that sizzle and the juices come out there.
Ugh.
That's all the fatty juices. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn the timer off. We're going to flip our burgers for the first time. A lot of people season their burgers. You can if you like. A little pepper, a little salt. These burgers I actually find are pretty tasty on their own. There's really no reason to do that. I'm going to go ahead and set the timer for another 2 minutes because like I said,
You can't just add 2. It said 7:39. At 41, flip it if that's what you're supposed to do. I don't think I've ever had to set a timer.
it's 2-2-2-2. It's an 8-minute burger.
Then again, I don't cook frozen burgers, so what the fuck am I talking about?
Look at our bacon. actually came out well. Our bacon is crispy, and that's exactly how you want it.
Yeah, we can't see it, sir.
You don't want it rubber, you want a crispy bacon for the pre-cooked bacon, because
Sir?
that's how you know that most of the fat's been out. Oops, sorry, I was not even close to the camera there. Nice crispy bacon. So that'll go on one of our burgers. So let's get that out
Sure.
of the way. Now, what you're going to want to do while your burgers are cooking, you're going to want to get all of your side ingredients ready.
Even his food must be on a schedule. The bad lighting makes it
You
look
don't wanna
worse.
have-
Yeah, this is definitely
Have
a...
them not ready
Oof.
when the burgers are ready. So we'll zoom out here, and we're going to get everything lined up and ready to go. First thing you're going to want to do, get your bread ready. And depending on what kind of burger you're making, I'm actually going to turn on my panini grill.
Yeah, he doesn't do the burgers on the panini press. He's going to do the buns.
And I'm going to attempt to toast these buns, which basically you only need to run it through a panini grill if you have one for about a minute, and the buns will get toasted. What I'm looking to do here is make two completely different burgers. One's going to be more American style, one will be like a Texas style. So this one I'm going to put the traditional ingredients like mayo, ketchup, maybe some lettuce and pickles and cheese. On the other one, I'm going to do actually some barbecue sauce with the
Yeah, that's true. You guys have to be patient. He has no RGB lights in this, so...
bacon and cheese. So two completely different flavors you're going to get from two similar burgers. So let's see here. Looks like we got 42 seconds left on the burgers. I just really need to wait for my panini grill to warm up, and then I'm going to go ahead and toss those buns over onto the grill. See, it's right over here. That's it right there. Right here. I cooked it actually right before this, and I don't want to lift it because if you lift a panini grill when it's warming up, that actually will cause it to cool down. It's actually the two plates connected that contain the heat and will make it hotter at a quicker pace.
When something is closed and heating up, don't open it or it'll cool down. So for everyone taking notes, remember that.
And actually, I'm going to pump this up a little bit higher than usual to high, because I'm going to want to...
Oh, look at all that shit back there. The panini press, the fucking blender. Now you tell me when he used that blender. Like, the fuck out of here with that shit.
the bread rather than just make it, like, you know, warm. So alright, so my burgers, once again, it looks like they're going to be ready to flip any second. So let's zoom in here. Turn that timer off. Once again, just like we did before, we're going to flatten. We're going to flatten. You can actually see, depending on
Squeeze anything out of it that might even remotely fucking taste good.
where you put them on the griddles, they actually start to take form. They become more octagonal, oval shape, octagonal shape. More oval shape than round. We'll flip this guy again. Flip this guy again. We're going to set our timer for another 2 minutes. Okay, so while that's cooking, we're going to check. It looks like the panini grill's probably almost ready. I'm going to check the temperature now with my hand. And it is, it's getting warm. I don't know, it's taking kind of a while, and I'm wondering, with only about roughly 6 minutes left, I don't know if we're going to make it. I might want to just pop these guys in the toaster. I think that's what I'm going to do. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time for the panini grill today. So we're going to pop these guys in the piece of shit toaster right here.
So nope, he's vetoed that idea.
That never fucking works properly. Now we're just going to go with a standard... Oh, there we go. Well, it might help if I plugged it in, too. A standard toaster.
Yes, he is setting the timer 2 minutes at a time. Yep.
On our bun. It is always better to have a slightly toasted bun than a raw, you know, well, not really raw, obviously it's cooked, but not just a plain bun. That's no fun having a plain bun.
You heard it here first. No fun on a plain bun.
So once that's toasted, we'll start to put the ingredients together to formulate our meal here.
To formulate our meal. What the fuck is happening?
Might want to grab a fork. Pickles.
The instructions on the box of frozen burgers that he's using has told him to flip every 2 minutes. So that's why he's doing it. In case you're wondering, it's not just something that he came up with. Apparently that was what the box, again, of frozen burgers said.
31 seconds left on our burgers before we flip them for the last time. Do. That bun must almost be ready.
So now I guess we just wait. Oh, yes, excuse me. I'll shut my whore mouth. They are generic frozen burgers.
Now for some reason it wants to toast extra long. Okay. It never toasts things this long. This toaster's a piece of garbage. Wants to make me look dumb. Well, while
The toaster's did he say the toaster's a piece of garbage and it wants me to look dumb?
let's toast it. I'm gonna go ahead
Is
and
that what he
flip the burger
said?
the last time.
What is this creature?
Same thing. I know it's off camera, but I'm doing the same thing. Push it down on top of the burger. And flipping it one last time. Bun's done. Here we go. It's nice. We'll get the other bun in there. Now, while this other bun toasts, piece of fucking shit.
He still doesn't know how to work his toaster. I don't understand. He's always making 2 and 3 of everything. Why not just have the toaster with the 4 spaces? He's got a fucking panini press, but his goddamn toaster has just 2 things for like 2 pieces of bread or 2 buns. Rich, thanks for the 5, honey. Oh my God, these are classics. Thank you again for your generosity. I appreciate you. Big ups.
There's some tricks
Yeah, this shit is so good.
here we're gonna use. Alright?
How has this motherfucker kept himself alive doing this shit?
First, we're gonna actually put some barbecue sauce on one of our burgers before it even gets off the grill.
Oh, yes, the sauces. When he puts the sauce on the bun or whatever, this is like the most incompetent part of this episode. I'm waiting for the smoke detector to chirp.
Just a little
What smoke detector?
bit, not too much. Just to give it a little bit of flavor. Kind of.
He's not married in this one, though, but like he made 3 breakfast sandwiches. And he's got, so he needed 6 fucking half a loaf of bread.
Cooked into the burger.
Oh my God, what is happening?
And then we're also going to go ahead and put the cheese on our burgers ahead of time so it melts. You want melted cheese. And you can even go ahead.
What's really embarrassing is it doesn't sound like he's gotten any better at cooking. Well, that's what he married what's-her-face for. To wash the shit stains out of his fucking underwear and make sure that he's got something to eat and doesn't kill himself with E. coli or salmonella.
What the hell? On that burger with the barbecue sauce, I'm going to put some of the bacon on it so it'll actually melt a little bit into the cheese. Now, of course, it turns out I have too much fucking bacon. So, oh well, this burger's going to be insane. Our second bun just finished toasting.
Cat is worse than him, you think? No, it can't get worse, right? Like you'd have to I don't know. I don't want to say anything too fucked up. I'll just keep some of my thoughts to myself.
While we're over here, let's go back over to our bun while those burgers finish up. What are we going to do with our buns? Well, like I said, one of them's going to
That birthday turkey burger, that shit. Oh my God,
be
I can't.
Texas style. So we're going to go again and
Yeah, this part right here gets me. I don't know. This is my favorite part.
put some more barbecue sauce on the bun. Oh, shit. Well, that was way too much. The thing erupted on me. There must have been an air pocket
The thing erupted on me. There must have been an air pocket.
in it. That's not cool. But we could salvage it. Look at that. Just put a little bit on top. There's going to be way too much on the bottom, and I'm going to have to avoid that blotch right there, because I obviously didn't want that to happen, but... Now for the other one,
Oh my
if
God.
we're going more traditional, I'm going to go ahead, clean that off later. Now on the bottom bun, I'm going to put some mayo, just a little bit, not too much. now we'll bring our burgers over and we'll start to build them. So.
Credit where it's due. He didn't blame the factory for overfilling it. No, he said there was an air pocket in it after he squeezed the bottle.
Okay. You can really tell when the burger is done because the cheese is completely melted. It's not over melted, you know what I mean? It's not like burning at the seams or anything, but it's melted nicely on the burger there.
He probably does. He probably does monologue like this all day. The fucking narcissist loves to hear himself talk.
Heart attack burger, basically. Okay. Good. And that fat is going to continue to sizzle in the pan, but I want to make the burgers first, and then I'll get rid of that later. So on our traditional burger, what are we going to do? Well, first thing you want to do, if you're going to put ketchup on it, you got to put the ketchup on it first before you start. Oh my god, now the ketchup wants to launch all over the counter. Try to do this a little bit neater than I did. Obviously, this is a
We can't see what you're doing, asshole. It's too fucking dark.
mess right now.
Your 12-watt kitchen bulb isn't really doing it.
Squirtable ingredients, and they launched all over the place on me. So, spread a little bit of that ketchup over the cheese. It's evenly distributed. If you're going to go ahead and do pickles or anything like that, you put those on. The one bummer is that I ran out of tomato. I had tomato and I ate it for lunch on a panini sandwich I made. I didn't realize. I was like, oh man, I should have fucking saved the tomato for the burger tonight. Well, I forgot and I went ahead and ate tomato. So I have no tomato for this. I'll do a little bit of pre-shredded lettuce. Obviously, if I had fresh lettuce, that's what I would be putting on here. But
So why don't you have fresh lettuce? Why are we asking this question? Why? Why even bother?
So some pre-shredded lettuce. So there's our more typical American burger with the mayo, the ketchup, pickles, lettuce. Texas-style burger is pretty much done. We're not going to do anything else to it. I mean, it has way too much bacon on it, but that's my fault. I should have only cooked 2 strips. So I am trying to get rid of it. You got the barbecue on the top and bottom. And that's it. I mean, I'm going to enjoy these 2 completely different tasting burgers. I'm going to clean up this horrendous mess that I've now made because of the squirting of everything.
Oh my god. I'm not repeating that. Nope.
In, 20 minutes, pretty much, it could have been a lot shorter than 20 minutes if I wasn't showing you the ingredients, but we made 2 completely different burgers. One American style, one barbecue style, and it is a pretty fatty, high cholesterol meal, but for someone like me, like I said, who hasn't eaten really much all day, and
Except you just said that you had a sandwich a little bit ago, so that's a big bunch of bullshit. I mean, I'm a fucking woman of calories. I'm not here to judge you. Be 1,200 fucking pounds if you want to, but you said you pretty much haven't eaten, except you just 2 minutes ago said that you ate something earlier, but okay.
starving. This is a good way to make sure that I'm not...
Just say that you like food and you're fat. It's okay. Me too. It's okay.
At midnight, with an aching stomach, so...
An aching stomach, yeah. Whew.
That's it for this episode of Cooking with the King.
What did he say? Totally won't be clipped out of context. Ha ha, absolutely not.
I'm going to clean up this mess. I'm going to scarf some burgers down.
Could you actually film you, cleaning up the mess? That might actually be more interesting than you cooking, is watching you trying to clean something. Anyway, oh my goodness. That is the last one that I'm going to do. I don't want to get into another one because they're all fucking 25 minutes long. They're really funny. I didn't mean to spend so much time on the robust urban garlic video about Kat's birthday, but it is Kat's birthday, so I wanted to watch that video. It's a really good one, and talk about it. So Philipper will be back tomorrow. I don't know if we'll hear anything about his day off, probably not, but I will be here. And maybe we'll have time to watch one more. I think the next one's the tuna episode. Is the next one the tuna? No, it's more breakfast. Fucking boo. No. What's the next one? Oh, yes. Okay. So this will be the one that we watch tomorrow. I'm sorry, I'm not watching another fucking stupid breakfast one or whatever the fuck it is. we'll watch this one tomorrow because I won't have anything to, there's no real like news or whatever to catch up on because he's not here today. So anyway, I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. It was a good time. I had fun shitting on this dude. Happy birthday, Cat, for the love of God. I hope you can do something, or this guy thinks about you for 5 seconds today, but just in case he doesn't, here's 5 seconds from me, honey. Happy birthday. If you're still there with him, get the fuck out of there. Again, big ups, everybody. I appreciate you hanging out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, but as always, you don't have to because I'm not your mom. I can't tell you what to do. Big ups, everybody. And as always, stay toxic, my friends. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
No cam, no face, just a voice that glows. Toxi in your ears and the whole chat knows. Mystery queen, but she runs the show, bringing big mood on a late night flow. She's got no lights, no streamy tricks, just killer vibes and her sassy quips. Every line she drops is pure gold fire, keep the fans up all night, never tired. She don't need a face to steal the scene. Laugh so loud, you know what I mean. From chill to wild, she flips the switch. Toxi's got that magic glitch. Toxi on the mic and she's blowing it up. No face reveal, still they can't get enough. Just a vibe, just a sound, just a spark in the night. She's the voice that makes your world feel right. From shy hellos to wild confessions, Toxi's dream is a whole obsession. She don't play games, she plays your brain. Witty and quick with that sugar and flame. One voice note and you're hooked for real. Can't see her, but you feel what you feel. No filters, no fake, she's the realest around. Her laugh hits hard like a beat downtown. Every stream's a party, lights off, sound high. You don't need a face when you know you can fly. She's the girl next door with a mystery twist. Dropping late night stories that you can't resist. Just her mic, just her soul, that's the trick. And the chat keeps coming back real quick. Toxi on the mic and she's blowing it up. No face reveal, still they can't get enough. Just a vibe, just a sound, just a spark in the night. She's the voice that makes your world feel right. From shy hellos to wild confessions, Toxi's dream is a whole obsession. She's a whisper in the dark, she's the fire, she's a spark. Not about the views or clout, she's what real fun's all about. Toxi on the mic and a queen unseen, but her energy's loud and her talk is clean. Feel the beat, hear her laugh, raise your hands. She's the minstrel, everyone understands. No camera, no face, just light. Toxi's taking over your night. Toxi, just a voice, but you feel